The number you can call,
crazy.
this is counseling services, President McCullough said, for any students, faculty, and staff, counseling that's available moving forward after what happened earlier today. Now we want to go ahead and get down to Leon County Sheriff Walt McNeil, I believe, from what he had to say at today's news conference earlier.
The shooter is 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, and he's the son of a Leon County Sheriff deputy.
Wow.
Our Deputy Eichner, has been with the Leon County Sheriff's Office for over 18 years. She has a tremendous job that she's done. Her service to this community has been exceptional. Unfortunately, her son had access to one of her weapons, and that was one of the weapons that was found at the scene. And we are continuing that investigation into how that weapon was used and what other weapons perhaps he may have had access to. The alleged shooter was also a long-standing member of the Leon County Sheriff's Office Citizen Advisory or Youth Advisory Council. So he has been steeped in the Leon County Sheriff's Office family, engaged in a number of training programs that we have. So it's not a surprise to us that he had access to weapons. This event is tragic in more ways than you people in the audience could ever fathom from a law enforcement perspective. But I will tell you this, we will make sure that we do everything we can to prosecute and make sure that we send a message to folks that this will never be tolerated here in Leon County, and I dare say across this state and across this nation. Thank you.
It's crazy, bro.
Powerful words there from Leon County Sheriff Walt McNeil as he stood up there with law enforcement leaders here within the FSU, Tallahassee, Leon County community as we learned about all the details, a lot of new details about what happened on campus earlier today. 2 killed, 6 injured in that active shooter situation. And of course, from the sheriff directly, more details about the shooting suspect, an FSU student, and as you've been reporting as well, Ava, the son of a Leon County Sheriff's Office deputy.
That's right, who is a school resource deputy at Raw Middle School. Eichner was a part of the LCSO Citizen Youth Advisory Council as well. So he was steeped in the Leon County Sheriff family.
And one thing, though, we do want to emphasize, and this was from FSU's police chief, Tallahassee police chief, also FSU's president. What was emphasized was the response by all the law enforcement agencies from FSU in the city, county, and state agencies.
Immediate response.
Immediate response was what was said over and over, and they were so thankful for all the brave.
They saying that that he was anti-Trump or some shit like that. That he did an interview here on FSU News, but you never know. People try to like point him, put him on a particular political party just to paint a narrative. So until we get better more information, you can't really go by that. I could tell you, bro.
He even used the words. These are absolute heroes that went to the scene and immediately neutralized the scene.
I know people that go to this campus. I know someone that heard the shootings.
Are going out to all, and our hearts go out to all the students and families impacted by this tragedy. But
today I was gonna check out. I was gonna actually react to the Dallas school shooting. So what happened here was FSU shooting. Apparently two are dead, 5 are injured, or 4 are injured. I wanted to show you guys this because I thought this was terrible. What's circulating on X? This is social media, bro. And I'm telling you right now, if you are not good with graphic stuff, don't watch this. All right, close your eyes. But Look at this person with a Starbucks drink in their hand, just walking by. Look at this. With a Starbucks drink in her hand, or his hand, her or his hand. And it looks like a female's hand. That is so insensitive. Apparently this person survived, is what they're saying. There's another clip of, that's supposedly the school shooter right there, that's walking by with a pistol. But they're saying that, look, she's right there, she's getting attention, she's getting help. But they're saying, like, that is sick to just walk by them like that and film them with your little Starbucks drink. You know, what kind of a person is that? Just terrible, bro. And then, you know, the typical thing is happening where they're attacking pro-gun laws, they're attacking, you know, the parties are right away going at each other instead of like figuring out, you know, what's going on here. And apparently it happened while Trump was live speaking to people. So I just wanted to cover that while we were here, man, because it is crazy, bro. All these school shootings, man, it's insane. How many school shootings happen a year in America? About 50 to 60 happen every year. 50 to 60 of them. Crazy. Man. And you know, people have their solutions. They want to ban guns and stuff. That doesn't work, bro. That don't work. That's you know, it's just schools are where guns are banned. And criminals go to wherever they're, you know, wherever they can be cowards and have the upper hand. You know, that's where they're gonna go. You're not gonna see a school shooter go to a military base. A shooter go to a military base or a police department, right? So it's just it's a sensitive subject and sad. Prayers to the families, man. They, you know, like. We'll see. We'll keep up with that story and see what unfolds. But you know, and then you got the Dallas shooter where they found the kid. Let's see. Let's look at that. Let's look at the Dallas shooter. Yeah, here we go.
Information about where the accused school shooter went after firing shots inside Wilmer Hutchins High School. Dallas Fire Rescue says 4 students had gunshot wounds. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. So this is the Dallas County Jail intake video for 17-year-old Tracy Haynes Jr. He's now facing several felony charges. Today, we heard from a man who says Haynes flagged him down a few miles from the school and asked for a ride. Fox 4's Lori Brown joins us now live from Dallas with a story that you will see only here on Fox 4. Lori.
Heather, Milton Nieto says that he is thankful that he and no one else was hurt after the school shooting, not knowing that a gunman was on the loose. He says he had no idea that the teen he thought he was trying to help had allegedly just shot 4 students.
As I was crossing the railroad track, there was a young man that looked like he was in distress. He's panicking, waving cars down.
Milton Nieto decided to try to help the 17-year-old who turned out to be Tracy Haynes Jr., now charged in the mass shooting at Wilmer Hutchins High School.
He got in the truck and he said he had just been in a wreck. I need to get to my dad is what he said. Help me out, please.
It happened on Pleasant Run, just a few miles from the high school. Nieto did not know that just 30 minutes earlier, there had been a school shooting.
I said, all right, come on, I'll help you out. I'll take you, to your dad around the corner.
But then his story changed.
Somebody finally sent him an address and he said, here, this is where I need to go. Once he gave me the address and I saw it, I just figured, hey, I can't take you this far. I got to get back to work.
Nieto says he took Haynes to the Chevron station on Avila Road in Red Oak and saw that he found someone else to take him where he wanted to go in Waxahachie. As a precaution, Nieto called police. 4 hours after the shooting, Dallas ISD revealed the shooter was still on the loose.
When we turned on the news and saw you pointed at a wooded area, that's when things just started clicking.
Nieto called Lancaster police back, who came to his office and showed him a photo of the suspect.
Once I saw the picture that they were showing me, everything made a match, and my heart just started beating a million miles per hour.
Knowing things could have taken a dangerous turn.
And they asked me, did you see a weapon? And I was like, oh my God, no, but he did have a hoodie that he was carrying like this.
Hours later at 9 p.m., Haynes finally turned himself in. The video captured by social media live streamer Smash the Topic. After Haynes was booked, details emerged from the arrest affidavit matching surveillance images from the school obtained by Fox 4. According to the document, an unidentified student let Haynes in an unsecured door at 1:03 p.m. He began firing at students indiscriminately, approaching one student who was unable to run and appearing to take a point-blank shot. Dallas Fire Rescue says 4 students were treated for gunshot injuries, none believed to be life-threatening. Dallas ISD did not address the issue of door security at a media briefing Tuesday afternoon, but Craig Miller, former Dallas ISD police chief and now a school safety expert, pointed to one solution at another district that experienced a mass shooting.
To audibly alarm all the exterior doors, put a camera at those exterior doors so that you know who's coming and who's going in and out of those doors when they shouldn't be.
Dallas ISD has not yet responded to our questions about if they know who opened.
I wonder why he did it. Check this out. There's a video of him right after he did it, supposedly.
I love all my peoples, man. Nigga told me he was gonna kill me. All these niggas told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened. I love my Aunt Sandra. I love the nigga behind this camera. I love Yana. I love my nieces and nephews. All of them. I want everybody to know I love them. People named that I didn't name, trust me, I love you. I can't think right now, but I love y'all. This is my last time fuck around be seeing y'all. Last time talking to y'all, excuse my language, but I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. I love all.
You had to do it? Bro, you are tripping. They got a longer version?
Sandra, I love the nigga behind me. I can't go. Of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried. Fuck around be seeing y'all. Last time talking to y'all, excuse my language, but I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. I'll be damned if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing shit about it. My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground. And I know that's really what y'all, come on now. I know y'all don't want to see me dead. Come on now. Cause kill myself, but I know that's not what y'all want me to do. So let's be for real, y'all. I love y'all. All right. I love all my peoples.
Man, what the hell? And then his homeboys recording. What kind of shit they getting into in Dallas, bro? 17 years old, talking about he's lost everybody in his family, and he don't want to be buried. Man, what? That's not like the typical mentally ill student crashing out. That's somebody that had some enemies and had to move and felt he had to move a certain way. But you shot 4 people? You shot 4 people? Bro, I don't know what's going on with these. It's like one thing after another, brother. Between these airplanes and these school shootings. How many school shooters? I feel like a lot of these school shooters be looking the same. It's insane, bro. Hell yeah, they need guidance, man. That's what I was talking about with the Bulls and the Rams. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro. Yeah. It ain't. I mean, it's been the last few generations, man. I remember the Columbine shootings, and it's just been getting worse and worse. You think it's gonna get better, but it's just been getting worse and worse. Man, shit is tough. All right, we're gonna switch gears here. Wow, shit is sad, bro. Let's switch some gears here. Give me a second, real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my wife real quick. All right, we back. My bad, y'all. My bad. My wife just got home, so I just wanted to say hi to her. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I think the U.S. is fine, but I get what you're saying. It's definitely been throughout time, but it's like the last couple of years we see. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But nah, the U.S. ain't. The U.S. is good, bro. Y'all are going a little too hard to paint. We've seen a lot worse in the U.S. Jim Crow, World Wars. I mean, I grew up during the Afghanistan, Iraq war. That was some scary times. Y'all don't remember, you know, like this is nothing compared to them. It seems like it. It seems like it. And honestly, this is the most transparency we've ever seen with Twitter or X, with social media and stuff. We see so much more these days than we really got to see when I was younger. But trust me, it can get a lot worse. If you think the U.S. empire is crumbling now, imagine if we're in war. You really gonna be crashing. Like people, I have when I was when I was y'all a lot of y'all's age, bro. I had friends dying in war. We were seeing Facebook posts of kids we went to high school with dying in war, and to this day, you know, I be on my Facebook page, and there will be, you know, posts about remembering friends from high school who were a year out of high school, 2 years out of high school, you know, haven't even had a life yet, and they died in war. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if y'all really understand, you know, shit can go down, shit can get a lot worse. So Kava, you really need to do your research on BRICS, bro, on how the financial system works. It don't work like that. All right. Anyways, let's continue on to the next thing. I want to see what Trump and the what is he, the president or prime minister of Italy, what they talking about. Ah, shit. They got some breaking news about that that the guy who got deported, talking about domestic violence. But those are allegations, man. They didn't charge him. All right, where the hell is the? I guess there wasn't nothing interesting to watch in that press conference, so we might have to skip it. They lost Afghan war. Bro, are you tripping? Have you seen what Afghanistan looks like? You think we lost that war? All right, let's check this out. All right, so one thing I wanted to cover real quick was Donald Trump's new federal tax bill. For all my entrepreneurs, this is for y'all. If y'all care, if y'all don't, then you must not be making money. If you're making money, you're gonna care about this. All right. So what the tax bill does extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts, which were set to expire after 2025. What? I like that. Does that mean depreciation is back? It makes overtime pay, tips, and Social Security benefits tax-free. That's amazing. It cuts corporate tax rates further down to 20% for most, 15% for manufacturers. Wow. I'm gonna have to share this with my executive team. It repeals the estate tax completely. Okay. Great for it. Keeps popular deductions and credits like the $2,000 child tax credit. That's good. 20% pass-through business deduction. That's good. Double standard deduction. Higher cap or repeal of the SALT deduction limit. Thank you, Cameron. Appreciate you, man. Okay, that's good. So impact on individuals by income. So if you make $50,000 or less, what changes? No tax on tips, overtime, or Social Security. And then the result is going to be bigger refunds or zero tax owed. For the middle class, $50,000 to $150,000, tax cuts remain. $2,000, you're going to save $2,000 a year on average. The upper middle class, that's $150,000 to $500,000. The SALT cap raised, business deductions kept, significant tax savings. And then for high income over $500,000, estate tax repealed, top rate stays at 37%. Damn. I'm kidding. It's all right. I'll pay my fair share. Corporate rate lowered to 20% or 15%. That's going to be interesting. Manufacturing gets 15%. Might have to change from a LLC to a C corp. 100% bonus depreciation brought back permanently. Bro, do you know what that means? I'm going to have to start buying real estate every year again. Let me share this. I got to share this with my accounting team. Let me share this with my accounting team. That's the best news I've heard so far, and they passed it, I believe. Corporate AMT repealed. Pass-through deduction stays for small businesses. And then here's the economic and budget impact. It adds 5 to 7 trillion to the national debt over 10 years. It may boost GDP slightly. Critics worry about long-term effects and pressure on Medicare and Social Security. Okay. And then Republicans say, this is the reaction. So Republicans are saying it avoids a historic tax hike and boosts the economy. Democrats call it a giveaway to the rich that endangers social programs. Economists are split. Some see short-term growth, others warn of huge deficits. And so this is all true, but they're failing to mention all the things that they're trying to do to help the deficit. So they're doing these tax cuts, hoping that entrepreneurs will step up and boost the GDP. And that'll help the economy as a whole. They're hoping that some of these permanent tax cuts will help us, chip away at the deficit with the new increased GDP. And then they're hoping that that all of this, on top of the tariffs and the the golden visas and all these other efforts that they're doing to increase revenues will subsidize some even more tax cuts in the future. Interesting. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this right now. We're gonna see what it all really means, but let me see if I can find some reactions to it from like economists. I'm sharing this right now with my accounting team. Permanent, 100%. You colored your hair? Yeah. Looks good. So guys, do you guys want to hear what that means? 100%. Let me show you guys because they removed this, and they removed this the last couple of years. It wasn't as good as it used to be. So all right, here it is. So this is Carlton Dennis. I really like Carlton. Let's watch what he has to say about it.
Save an incredible amount of money in your taxes? Well, listen, there actually are. Today, I'm going to be discussing one of the single most important loopholes in the entire tax code. This loophole involves real estate, and when it's used correctly, it can enable you to save anywhere between 50 to 100% on your taxes. You heard that correctly. Some people become 100% tax-free by taking advantage of this loophole. I'm going to explain what this loophole is, why it exists, how to use it, and more. This is going to be one video that you're not going to want to miss. Without further ado, let's dive in. In order to understand this loophole that I'm going to cover in this video, I first need to explain the tax benefits and the limitations of real estate investing, because this loophole is directly related to this. Okay, so if you've been a subscriber to my channel for a while, and you probably already know this, but for any of you that are new to my channel, there are many benefits of investing in rental real estate. For example, real estate investors are able to deduct a wide variety of their expenses, such as their travel, their mortgage interest, their advertising, the repairs for the property, the maintenance for the property, even taking a home office, having utilities, property taxes, management fees, lock boxes, the insurance, the accounting fees, even realtor commissions, and you guessed it, depreciation. But the depreciation deduction is particularly important. And this is because it is worth the entire value of the building structure for your real estate property. However, keep in mind that real estate investors can only claim the depreciation deduction over a certain number of years unless they use a strategy called accelerating depreciation, which I'm going to discuss in this video later. You see, the standard deduction schedule for commercial buildings is 39 years, and for residential buildings, it's 27.5 years. So let's go over an example of how this works. Let's say that you have a residential real estate property that's worth a building value of $1 million. In this case, you would be able to write off the $1 million value over the course of 27.5 years. So to find out how much you'll be able to depreciate expense on your tax returns, you would just divide that 1 million by 27.5. This would give you $36,363. You would be able to write this amount of depreciation off over 27.5 years. Now, why is this loophole that I'm talking about needed? You might be wondering, how is there a loophole even available for real estate investors? Isn't investing in real estate just considered a place to park your money? Well, here's the thing. Without using a loophole, most real estate investors are only allowed to use deductions to offset the rental income that they generate from their investment properties. This is a problem because a large percentage of real estate investors only do real estate investing on the side, and they have another career that they also work in. For example, a lawyer might be making $300,000 as a lawyer, but making $50,000 passively from their income properties. So he can only use real estate losses to offset the $50,000 of passive income. This means that he'll be missing out on the opportunity to offset the $300,000 from his primary job. The reason why this is the case is because of the Tax Reform Act of 1986. It established something called the Passive Activity Loss Rules. And these rules, which are laid out in Code Section 469, which I don't want to bore you with tax code today, but these rules lay out the activities between what's called passive income and active income. It also puts a rule in place that limits the use of losses from passive activities to offset income from active activities. So under this new rule, real estate investing was classified as a passive activity. The passive activity loss rules were put in place during the Reagan administration after a study was done on high net W-2 earners. It revealed that many of these high net W-2 earners that were doctors and lawyers effectively were using real estate as a tax shelter and were using their real estate losses to offset huge portions of their income from their primary jobs. With the Tax Reform Act of 1986, the government dramatically reduced the ability of real estate investors to use their real estate losses to offset their active income from their day jobs or from their businesses. Even though the government changed the rules in 1986, it left a few key loopholes open, and people who understand these loopholes are able to use their real estate losses to offset a massive portion of their W-2 and their 1099 income taxes. But in my opinion, the most important loophole that provides real estate investors with an exemption to the passive activity loss rules is called the short-term rental loophole. Let's talk about it. The short-term rental rule allows real estate investors to qualify their real estate investing losses as active losses, as long as the average stay in their properties is 7 days or less. The reason why this loophole exists is because the government accepts that there is going to be more work involved for a real estate investor who has to check in new guests once a week or multiple times a week compared to one who has a tenant that stays in there for many months or years. So in other words, by creating the short-term rental loophole, the government omitted the fact that some types of real estate investing are more hands-on and require more ongoing effort than other types of real estate investing. When this loophole was created, it mostly applied to people who were running breakfast, hotel, and motel type of businesses. But the real estate game has changed a lot since the early 90s. Now we have things like Airbnb and VRBO. This is good news for you because if you're thinking about investing in real estate, it means that you will not have to buy a hotel or a motel to take advantage of the short-term rental rule. Instead, you can start out with an Airbnb or a VRBO. So in other words, thanks to the short-term booking websites like Airbnb and VRBO, it's easier than ever to be an investor in real estate and take advantage of the short-term rental loophole. Let's discuss accelerated depreciation. You see, the short-term rental loophole by itself is amazing.
So listen to this part, guys. This is one of the main reasons why I buy real estate. When you're a high income earner and you can bonus appreciate, you can accelerate the depreciation on your property, it's a game changer. And what's happened the last few years is that it phased away. And so that this tax write-off wasn't as good. But now Trump's federal tax bill that's likely to be passed, that's going to reinstate it permanently. And if they do, that's a game changer. The main reason why I was buying real estate a few years ago was to take advantage of this tax bill, of this tax incentive. So I think now he's going to really explain it.
Amazing and can save you some money in taxes. But if you want to take it to the next level, you can also apply accelerated depreciation. This means that you're going to deduct the depreciation faster than the normal schedule of 27.5 years or 39 years for non-residential properties. You can accelerate depreciation by performing a cost segregation study. Cost segregation study just allows you to segregate the cost of the building into two categories, structural and non-structural. Generally speaking, non-structural components of the building, such as the light fixtures, the appliances, the carpets, the furniture, and the flooring, they tend to have shorter depreciation periods. Therefore, if you perform a cost segregation study, you can determine which components of the building will depreciate faster. Once you figure that out, it will enable you to take larger depreciation deductions in the first 5 or 7 years of ownership of the building. In fact, many real estate investors are able to claim 30 to 50% of their entire depreciation deduction in the first 5 to 7 years of owning the investment property after performing a cost segregation study and accelerating the depreciation. Let's discuss how you actually implement the short-term rental rule. Now, I know if this is your first time hearing about the short-term rental loophole, and it can be a little confusing, or maybe it sounds a little too good to be true. So let me explain how this actually will work for you. Here's an example. John's an executive at a marketing firm, and he makes about $250,000 per year. Recently, John decided to invest in a rental property to generate cash flow and diversify his portfolio. So he bought a single-family home for $500,000, and he turned it into an Airbnb Airbnb. John generates $50K in rental income from this investment per year, which is actually pretty good. But at tax time, John added all of his rental real estate expenses together. This included the maintenance, repairs, advertising costs, accounting fees, even included his mortgage interest, his property taxes. All of these expenses, including depreciation, came out to $30,000. But John decided to do a cost segregation study to accelerate depreciation. By accelerating his depreciation, he was able to get a deduction for 25% of the total building value. That translated to $125K. Not only did John save $30K worth of normal real estate investing expenses, but he also added another $125 of depreciation in the first year. This made his total rental real estate cost amount $155,000 in the first year as a deduction. Without the short-term rental loophole, John would only be able to deduct these losses from his rental income, which was the 50 grand. This would leave the 105,000 of unused losses only be deducted against passive income in future years. However, because John took advantage of the short-term rental loophole, he would be able to use the extra 105 to offset his primary income from his job as an executive at the marketing firm. So to do this, John would subtract the 105 from his primary income of $250,000. This would give him a total taxable income of $145K instead of the $250K, which would translate to roughly $36,000 in taxes saved.
Yep.
So by taking advantage of the short-term rental rule, John was not only able to offset all of his rental income, he was also able to reduce his taxable income by $105,000 and his taxes by tens of thousands of dollars. There are very few other loopholes and tax breaks in the tax code that have that power to slash your tax bill like this. That is why I personally love this tax loophole, and I help so many of my followers do it correctly. So if you're currently a real estate investor or you're thinking about getting into the real estate.
So if you're not really understanding what he's saying, imagine you make $100,000 a year and you buy a piece of property and the building is worth $500,000. And let's say after they do a cost segregation study, which is an engineer goes, they look at the property and they itemize the value of the property. And let's just say 20% of the value of the building can be written off. With accelerated depreciation, you can write off 100% of that 20% in the first year. So 20% on $500,000 is $100K. So if you made $100,000 in income and you were able to write off $100,000 because of bonus depreciation because you bought that building, you pay zero in taxes. So this law forces you, literally forces you to become an investor. And so most people, when this law was in place, they were trying to buy at least one building every single year that would help them offset their taxable income. Because think about it. If you can save $36,000 in taxes, that's $36,000 you can put down on your next properties, on your next building, on your next, instead of giving it to the IRS, who's just going to send it out to some pointless war, right? So that's why a lot of investors love this law. So if this bill does fully pass, y'all might want to pay attention to that. And I might have to go back to buying at least one piece of property every year. It wasn't as, I stopped buying real estate as aggressively, as ambitiously once that law was put in place, because I don't want more real estate. It's a headache. But if it'll offset my tax bill and I can and pretty much strategically acquire real estate with zero out of my pocket because it offsets my tax bills, it's hard to say no to that. I kind of want to put some effort towards it. You know what I mean? So that's huge. And the other one is the SALT cap, removing the SALT cap. A lot of people say that's that's for the rich, but it helps mostly. If you look at this, so critics say that the tax cut for the rich, since most of the benefit is going to go to households that make $200,000 or more. In 2025, a household that earns $200K, they're not rich. That is middle class. That is the upper middle class. That is not a rich family. Because by the time you pay your mortgage, your cars, if the average home, if you have to make $115,000 as an individual to be approved for the average home in America. How is $200,000 for a household, the rich? I thought we were worried about billionaires and millionaires. I didn't know we were worried about the middle class and upper middle class. I don't know, man. This is people just be saying whatever, man, these days. They be saying whatever these days. All right, cool. So we covered the school shootings. Unfortunately, that went down, and there's a lot more to learn about that. But that was breaking news when I came in here before we started live streaming. And then the second thing that we did was, we checked out this new tax bill, federal tax bill. So what do you guys think? Is this federal tax bill? Is this a W? Do you think it's a tax bill just for the rich? Do you think it's a tax bill that's going to help small businesses, the middle class, the poor? Do you think it's going to be terrible? One of the things that people are afraid of is Social Security, how it's going to affect Social Security. So we'll see. Actually, let me see why it is. Why do critics think this will negatively impact Social Security? This is gonna move mountains. If you know how to properly buy property, gonna be a new little gold rush for those doing their taxes right. Yeah, I can agree with that. So the reason why people think that the new federal tax bill is gonna affect Social Security, is because up to 85% of Social Security benefits can be taxed based on your income. If your combined income exceeds 25 or 32,000, some of your benefits are taxed. These thresholds haven't been adjusted for inflation since the 1980s, but they're removing taxes from Social Security, right? Critics say it could quietly raise taxes on retirees over time. As retirees earn more over time, more of their Social Security gets taxed. I thought he's removing that though. Critics want raise or index the income thresholds for taxing Social Security to inflation, which he put. So that's what I'm saying. Let me see. I meant the new federal tax bill by Trump. Yeah, so Donald Trump's tax bill is proposing to eliminate the federal income tax on Social Security. So the financial implications, revenue impact. The tax foundation estimates that exempting Social Security benefits from income tax would reduce federal revenue by approximately $1.6 trillion over a decade. They also think there will be a trust fund solvency. Currently, taxes collected on Social Security benefits contribute to the Social Security and Medicare trust funds. Eliminating these taxes could accelerate the depletion of these funds, potentially moving up the insolvency date for Social Security by 2 years. So right now, with the current tax bill, they think that Social Security will end by 2035. But with this new bill, they think it'll be by 2030, 2033, around there. So I don't know, man. I think people, it's just a buzzword. You're talking about either way. There's a Social Security solvency issue, whether it's 1 or 2 years apart. we gotta revisit that regardless. So I just think that's just it's the media trying to complain about something, in my opinion. All right, cool. So we can move on now. All right. Do y'all want to see Andrew Wilson on Fit and Fresh, or do y'all want to see Kevin O'Leary on Don Lemon? Which one should we check out? I did see that when Wes Watson and Andrew Wilson went at it. That was crazy. Bro, these people be streaming. Respect them. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you right now. Them boys are fresh and fit. They got work ethic. That's one thing you can never deny them. Them boys be putting in work, man. Fresh and fit. All right. I'm trying to find a good episode with Andrew Wilson in it. I'll tell you what, going back to the whole tax thing, if the salt cap is removed, that is going to be life changing for me. Every year I spend so much money on taxes and I can't write it off. How do I find a full episode? I see a debate. This is 8 hours long. I don't want to watch that. How long are these episodes typically? They're long, bro. Oh, here we go. This is a year ago. I was kind of hoping I could get something more recent. I'm not gonna do Andrew Wilson, Fresh and Fit. They're all old. I want to do something recent. I want to give them I want to see, because like, you know, I reacted to a clip of one of their guys doing the most, and they got a hell of a support team, a hell of an audience that supports them. So I'm gonna take their word for it that they, because I used to watch their shit early on, and I've been invited on the show. But this was early on when they first were starting to pop, and they were doing more like real estate, finance, that type of thing. Then they started bringing chicks in here and acting like real weird. All right, I'm gonna do the latest one. Let's do the latest one. Here we go.
All right, we're back. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast After Hours Edition, man. We're joined with a bunch of lovely ladies, and we are live right now on all the platforms: Rumble, YouTube, Cast Club, etc.
NX,
NX too. Yep, and NX as well.
So, not that one. Damn.
So quick announcement against the show, guys.
I got you. I'll do that one. 2 days ago, this one right here. What are these characters?
To the podcast soon, and welcome as well, Dan, to the show as well. So
yes, thank you for
there's stuff
having me
coming on the way.
Yes. And then Chris.
That boy right there. That boy right there is special. That boy right there is special.
I'm back in my chair, ninjas.
Yes, sir.
You know, I had fun last week hosting. You know, Henry Christmas in the house, man.
Keep your ass right there,
you know,
boy.
I posted my IG. That show was a 3 or 4, and I come to realize that a lot of you guys,
You
but
just call him Sims, bro.
yeah, Sims. All right,
We're not on
there,
the switch.
man. You guys are Sims, man. Oh, Chris, man.
Yo, he's not even, I don't think he's drunk. The man had time to watch that episode back, let it register, and this is what he comes back with. Yeah. This is the type of dude that would not be allowed in our circle, bro. We would little by little just, bro, stay home tonight.
Man, I'll call her home. Well, she was a hoe, man. I called her house.
Called her right, yeah. She was a stripper, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know. And then you guys put
She was
up the
trying to
IG.
lie. Like, it would have been fine if she just, like, told the truth, but she was, like, lying.
Yeah, she was lying. But anyway, shout out to you niggas, you ninjas in the chat. Yeah, let's have a great show. Find me on OnlyFans /Aaron Parkson.
Wait, what?
I'm joking.
No, you're not.
That's up to my Twitch niggas. All right, let's go.
Good job, Chris.
Right, cool. All right, so we'll read some chats, and then we'll have you guys meet the special guests and the lovely ladies. What do we got here?
Let's see. Oh, whoa!
What happened?
That was not for YouTube.
What happened? Oh, what the fuck? Oh,
Yo.
what are these girls, a porn star?
Yo,
Bruh.
apparently.
God damn, man.
All right,
Niggas already found
That was quick.
What the hell is wrong with y'all, bro? Okay.
Wow.
All right, let's go to basically, guys. They're posting some crazy shit in the
Council
Council
Club.
Club chat.
Yeah.
Because in there you can put images. Thank God we don't see those images on screen. All right. This comes from Comfort Zone. Sweetie, you look beat in the face. Why so many bags under your eyes? Don't worry, my man Big Mo can help you out. His voice is so magical it'll put you to sleep. You know you like big guys, don't cap. Hey, Big Mo, I got your back, my guy. Sing her a song, my G. You have anything you want to say back to him?
What the fuck does he need a chef for if I'm the one cooking?
Thank you.
Do,
what about you?
Do any of these guys have any experience with what she meant by making the house a home? I think a lot of these, I don't think anybody in Fresh and Fit even knows what she means by that. You know, I've vlogged stuff like this where what that means. And trust me, a guy who lives by himself cannot create the home that a family can, that a wife with a husband and kids can create. during the seasons, during the winters, the things that they think about that men don't, it's a game changer. And it's hard to explain it, especially if you've never experienced it. But once you have it, you're going to be a lonely motherfucker without it. I'm telling you that right now.
She didn't hear the instructions.
I mean, cooking and cleaning is the bare minimum. I would say that providing a man with respect and with validation, and women can nurture a man into something that he couldn't be on his own. So
I see why you're married.
I thought the exact same thing. I was thinking, now I see it.
There you go.
Well, that's what making a home is, right? A guy can't make a home the way a woman
deal
can.
with African American men, and they do have the weight of the world on their shoulder. I am the escape for that. You know, I'm not the one who's
All
gonna
men do.
hound you and, you know, tear you down. I'm always there to lift my man up, you know, let him know that you can open up to me, because that's something that men feel like they cannot do,
Right.
because they are, you know, looked at as less than of a man when they are emotional. And, you know, I am the safe place for a man to tap into that soft spot, you know?
That is dope.
Be emotional.
Question.
Like, what's
You
up?
said you open him up, or does he open you up?
Both.
Okay. On a picture, it tells a lot about you.
Yeah, right.
What about you?
I have to agree with both these lovely ladies here, you know, mutual respect and understanding and being that emotional support system for him.
The Prez, are you married? You got a family at home?
Not like an animal, but, you know, your guy comes home, he wants you to be his peace.
Yep.
He doesn't need nagging. He doesn't need you bitching about something. Like, he goes out, he works hard, he has to deal with the whole world. Like you said, it's just so much stuff to take in, and then to come
You
home,
either
you have to take in
you either
even more.
divorced
No.
or you never really had a family with a home.
Suck his dick, make him happy.
I mean, you can outsource that.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I just like the answer.
Yeah, you could outsource that technically.
Would you want your wife on a show talking like that?
I
You
mean,
something else.
I don't know.
W answer.
I don't see myself in a relationship, so
That's the point. So if you've never experienced what I'm talking about, saying sorry, not true, and you had a failed marriage, that says more about your marriage. It never was that. Obviously. 15 years and they never made your house a home? You don't know what that means?
so I don't want to bring something to a man that I can already do for myself.
Why not?
Because I can already do stuff for myself.
Wait, no, you don't want a man?
No.
Why not?
I'm all over the internet. I don't want a man.
She belongs to the street. Oh,
all right.
Oh, but right, she means no man wants her.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
No,
yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
No
Yeah,
man can take
not my
that,
wife.
So
I mean, why would we?
All right. Okay.
What about you?
At least she was honest about it, unlike the other
Yeah.
two.
She
I know,
lied.
right?
I don't care.
I say happiness, like being their best friend, like who they really want to spend their time with, because their time is important and valuable.
Yeah.
So
How would you be his best friend, though?
doing whatever he wants to do, like, you know what I mean?
Like a companion, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay. Like a dog. All right. What about you?
Loyalty.
Come on, man, you ain't loyal.
Yes, I am.
100 bodies, bro. You ain't loyal.
How would you show loyalty to your man? How would you show loyalty?
Like just wanting him, like just sleeping with him.
That's cat, bro. Come on.
No, it's not.
Bro, if ever had 100 cups next to me that was empty, would you think I'm sober?
It could be lemonade. You don't know.
It could be lemonade, but yeah, it's not lemonade.
Dan, what would you want from your woman that you can't replace with somebody else? For example, hiring a maid or a chef.
So you think as a single father, let's say you have your kids, you think as a single father you can make it the same home? Nah. That ain't happening, brother.
Well, a really healthy one.
I know I wouldn't be able to. I'm a busy man, bro. I'm busy as hell. I'm always working. My mind be thinking about all these fires that are going on in my businesses. I have leadership roles well beyond my own home. How can you on a day-to-day basis perform at a high level and still think about your home? That's not happening, bro. You need that's why a partnership exists. That's why you become one with your wife. She holds down it's a yin and yang. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, dude, the Prez. I guarantee you I can look at your life and you have a lot of shit to be depressed about. There's no way at a high level you can perform and still have a house that's a home and still have time with your kids and all. You can't do it. You gotta either have a partnership, you gotta outsource, but the moment that you start delegating and outsourcing to random people, the shit is gone. It's not the same. It's not the same whatsoever. I don't know how you could even argue that.
One is actually
Just say you can't. It can't. Okay.
support, right? So they're going to be happy and joyful no matter what. Ideally, definitely don't want to deal with some crazy work stuff and come home and there's all kinds of trouble. I mean, obviously, good sex, like that's important.
You couldn't keep a marriage. You couldn't keep a marriage, but you can keep your house a home and do all those things as well. It's not adding up, brother. It's not. No knock to you,
let's
but
see what else. One trait I really value actually in a woman is just being like emotionally, how do you say, like really spontaneous, which, you know, at least for me, I'm a bit more on the opposite side of things, and I like more plan things out, and it's a bit more mesmerizing if they have that trait. If they take care of the house, like that's not something I'm good at doing. I don't like to keep it clean, that kind of stuff. If they're supporting what I'm doing, that's an important one. If they are whatever they're into or whatever, like if they're doing something with their lives that happens to complement what I do, or they're just actively supporting my goals, most women do not add value in that domain at all.
Facts.
And,
Good
and
point.
it's just like, and also that they're not taking so much from my bandwidth, that they're like making life easier on the whole. And a lot of women aren't doing that either. A lot of women aren't, they're thinking, how do I get more out of this guy? They're not thinking the opposite.
Good point, bro. All right.
Fair enough. Let's see here. What else do we got? Okay, we got
fresh updates.
Damn.
Champ.
Oh,
what did you do this time?
Bruh, oh my god.
You might as well say, because they already pulled it up right away.
That's crazy.
You beat a chick up, or would you?
nah, this community is different. That's crazy. That kid Zay, this is what it's like. These dudes be doing
What would you do?
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, what
That's
did you allegedly
funny.
do?
That bad?
What did they arrest you for allegedly?
That was child abuse. But I didn't do anything. She
Wait,
didn't.
your child?
I didn't. Yeah. My mama husband beat me while I was holding my son, and my son got hit in the mix of it. So I was charged with child abuse.
Okay, all right. So you got an altercation, and you had your kid with you, and then
Mhm.
okay, that's crazy though. That probably to punish her, because they look at it like you got an altercation, even though she didn't hit her kid, the other girl did. So they're like, you endangered your kid.
Tell me you fucked her up though, like bad.
No, it was my mom's husband.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So man hit you and your kid,
Mhm.
and you got in trouble.
Yeah.
Wait, you hit him first?
No, he hit me first. I was in an altercation yelling with him, and he decided to put his hands on me.
Look at this girl right here. She's like, what
like
am I doing here?
They arrested both y'all, didn't they?
No, they arrested me only.
Only you?
Mhm.
Oh shit! She must have whooped his ass or something, bro. What the hell?
I didn't hit him.
Oh.
I never laid a hand on him.
Why did the cops only arrest you? then?
That's the thing. Like, I don't even understand why I was arrested. It don't make sense.
What about your mom, bro? What the fuck, man?
Shit's
What
wild.
did she say?
Nothing. Nothing.
Wait, question. When that happened, did you have
Bro,
a
just
face
lock
tattoo
in,
on your
man.
face at the time?
I've had this for 3 years.
Bro, you can see the mugshots there.
That's a stupid question, Chris. Damn, Chris, you stupid, bro. You a dummy. Nah, bro, just lock in, man. The same thing as anything else, man. Don't get distracted. You're gonna have some lazy ass classmates. That's the last thing you want to do. Sit in the front of the school. Lock in, get educated, watch the YouTube video, get as many reps as you can. If there ain't no walk-ins, get with the school owner, tell them you want more walk-ins. What can we do to get more walk-ins? Get your reps in.
That's there.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Nigga, Chris blind.
No, well,
What the hell?
I wasn't here. That's why.
No, okay, all right.
Wait, hold on.
Hey Zay, I see what you're saying,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
People
Look,
probably annoyed as
say
hell
what?
when Chris
Oh,
talk.
shit,
Hair was black though.
Well, if that's true, I feel really bad for you because that's fucked up.
Wait, is this still active or not? Is it done?
No, it's still active.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. It's just like 4 or 5, man. I'm serious, man.
All right.
That's crazy, bro.
What about what's the next one?
Oh gosh.
Damn.
Bro.
We exposed him like
Wait, you too?
Oh, baby, there's more than that. There's more than that.
Yo, fresh out the shout out to you, bro.
There's more than that.
I believe you.
What did
Hell
you?
yeah, girl. I love that.
What happened? What happened in this one?
Battery.
I love that for you.
Okay. Is this still open tour now?
Oh no, I haven't. No,
Bro,
I'm
she
a
look half
changed
ESL
woman.
right
This
now.
one's closed.
Yeah, that one's closed.
Okay, what happened in this one then?
Battery.
Like, did you get convicted? I mean?
Oh
Was
no, no,
adjudication.
No. Yeah, adjudication.
Battery to who?
Wait.
Honestly, I can't even tell you. But yeah, I don't know.
But this is you.
I know. I don't know which one that is. There's a few of them.
Which one?
I don't know.
Okay, so did you get found guilty? Did it get dismissed? What happened?
No, it got dismissed. Yeah, I had a great lawyer.
For this one.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you don't even know who you beat up on this one?
No, I don't.
All right, Ken.
How? Wait, bro. How many times have you been arrested for battery?
Pretty much 95% of my charges are battery.
But wait, wait.
Yo,
but I'm asking how many times have you been arrested for battery?
I don't know.
That's not somebody you want to be with, y'all. Especially as a man. If she's always fighting, she gonna get you killed, bro.
I lost count.
Yo, no offense. Your new name is Duracell. Fuck, man.
My wife keeps me out of fights, bro.
Can you switch?
I don't know what you were saying, but it was funny.
Anyways, phenomenon. I'll see your mom later, man.
Phenomenon.
All right.
Wow.
Yo,
Now you want to
do me a
say
favor,
it?
though.
Chris
A lot
is
of you
taking
guys have a
L's,
question.
bro.
What's up with paying for a membership, then censor our super chats and having to wait our TTS to be read at the end of the show just to pander to YouTube? We used to look forward to cutting to Rumble and CC only to get the raw Myron. Seems like everyone is getting the same treatment. And if you do to cut to CC, it's for 10 minutes for closing statements. By that 304s are Frank Castle. Well, we're actually gonna. It's funny because we were literally just talking about this one not too long ago.
We got you guys.
Stay tuned. Announcement coming very soon. For that.
What do you think? Where should I skip to, bro? Is there somewhere I should skip to?
Stay tuned for that.
Let's go to ladies' introduction.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Where are you from, originally?
I'm from Jupiter, Florida,
Okay.
but I live
Jupiter.
in Tampa now. And currently, I am a registered nurse and an exotic dancer.
You're a nurse
Tampa.
and a dancer?
Yes, I am.
Chris, double. You gotta do double, bro.
Well, double, yeah, with the double.
Okay.
How do you?
Wait, you dance in Jupiter?
No, I live in Tampa now.
Tampa.
Gotcha.
Strip club capital of the world.
Really?
Yes, so
Never
they
been there.
say.
Oh,
Thought it'd be
so
Miami and Houston.
More than Miami?
Miami.
More than Miami?
They say that it is the strip club capital of the world. There are a ton of clubs out there.
Oh, so you were right earlier. You are spreaded it open too thin.
Osmo, bro.
I'm very
DJ
busy.
Osmo.
So wait, like
Working.
You're an art. Like they don't care that you dance while being a registered nurse.
I keep my business to myself.
Too late now, nigga.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, relationship
You know what I
status.
mean? I'm in a relationship right now.
Okay, how long y'all been together?
Let me guess. You guys would wife that too. She got a degree. So it ain't like she's stripping to go get a degree. So she got a degree. She's a stripper, and she got a man. Y'all would wipe that though. I'd be cool with it. I'd be cool with it. It's cool with me as long as she making money.
Through the
Weirdos.
music festival
Ultra?
industry, actually. No, it was like 5 years ago. It was just through a bunch of mutual friends. EDM.
Cool.
Braids and stuff. Yeah.
Does he know what you do for a living, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
What does he think about it?
He's very supportive. To be honest, like I've been a dancer for 7 years now, and had like 2 serious relationships throughout, and all long term. They've all been very, very supportive.
So then, why'd you break up?
Hold on. Is he white?
Man,
Yes.
get them the hell out of here, bro.
No offense. Dan, sorry.
Okay, good job, Fresh. Fresh ain't with it.
All right, are your parents together or?
Divorced.
All right, and then Fresh, your favorite question?
Birth control.
No, I'm not on birth control.
Okay. Any kids?
No.
Cool.
All right, cool.
So that's why you're so tired. You work a lot.
I do,
They
yeah.
be
I'm
asking
very
some
busy.
questions though. I'm boys
that's a lot of
said
work.
birth control.
Nurse and stripper.
I'm mostly a night owl.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, because I
also-
have the bag.
He wants to know your body count, by the way, Chris.
Come on, don't lie. Come on, you can do it.
I haven't been asked that question
Lost count, right?
in a really, really long time. I just don't think it matters. I have not been asked that question in such a long time.
Rough estimate.
I couldn't tell you, to
Is
be
that-
honest.
is that Under
20 or more
I
20?
just don't think it matters. It's definitely more
Fact,
than
she lost
20.
count, bro. She lost count.
Hey. Okay,
that's fine.
thank you. More than 20. All right. What about you?
I'm Shayla. I'm 23, and I'm from Hawaii.
Ooh, Hawaii.
Dating status? Dating status?
Oh, I'm talking to somebody.
How'd you guys meet?
Facebook.
Wait, messenger?
He added me on Facebook, and we started talking.
From school or just like random?
No, just random. Like he added me, and we just started talking. That was it.
What do you
Yo,
think? He's
immediately,
like a killer.
young men. What I see immediately when I see her, I see she comes from a fucked up household. She's probably been through some trauma, and if you marry that, you inherit all of that damage. You got to deal with that family. You got to deal with a lot of bullshit. Don't do it, fellas.
No, he's not. I got to know him, of course.
Okay. Highest education level?
You said what? I graduated high school.
Cool.
Oh, I forgot to ask her that. You have a college degree, right? Bachelor's degree?
I have two. I
Two
have,
bachelors?
Yeah, I have my undergrad in health sciences, and then I was a pharmacy technician for like 2 years, and then I went back to school and I got my bachelor's of science in nursing.
This girl right here, when she's 50 years old, what a depressing life.
Where'd you get it from?
I went to USF for the first one,
She need
and then I
God.
was at CVS for two years, and then I went to Rasmussen for my nursing degree. It was accelerated. It was a lot of hard work, but it went by very, very fast.
All right. Okay. And then for you, where are you originally from?
Hawaii.
What part of Hawaii? I mean,
Mililani.
are you like actual and indigenous Hawaiian?
I'm mixed with Filipino, Spanish, American Indian, and Hawaiian.
What's Spanish?
Savannah Stone, 19, and I am from Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay, Savannah, married.
What do you do for
19.
Stay-at-home
Good for you.
wife / conservative influencer.
Let's go. All right, she wifey material right there. That's wifey material, fellas.
And
Now,
are you from
now we're getting
Tallahassee, or
somewhere.
Do you live there?
Both.
Okay. Higher education, high school?
High school, correct.
And you're married?
Oh, you
How long
wild
you
for
married
that.
A little over a year.
All right. You're young. You're 19. How old's your husband?
22.
Okay. And
Good
like
for you.
high school sweethearts or?
No, we met when I was 17. He was 20 through a mutual friend.
Wait, he was what?
It's Romeo and Juliet law in Florida.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's
okay.
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
valid.
Nah, he was waiting to that.
Yeah,
That's
but
Pre-ordered.
Yeah, so I said pre-ordered.
He must have tiger. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Hey, it worked out.
Yeah, I mean there are Romeo and Juliet laws here in Florida. So I forget what the age gap is. It's 2 to 5. I forget what it is
Like
exactly.
16
But
to 24.
Oh shit.
Up to what? 24?
Yeah, 20, like I think like 20,
From 17?
No, I'm lying. No.
That's a huge gap.
I think it's like 16 to 21.
Let's Google it first instead of
Yeah. She gonna get niggas in jail.
Yeah, but say,
Somebody gonna read. Oh, really? I could do it.
Yeah,
That's why I had to correct
Yeah,
myself.
Google it real quick.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere between 2 to 5 years.
Yeah, I
but-
think it's like 16 to 21.
Yeah, 2 to 5 years. Because Florida, the age of consent is 18. But anyway, you Google it real quick.
You
on
should
the
still
side
wait
for
to,
us.
wait to 18, honestly. You should still wait. Still wait, yeah.
Okay. Are your parents together?
Yes.
All right. Birth control for you?
No birth control.
It's 2 to 4 year, usually a 2 to 4 year gap, 16 to 18 years old.
Control is poison for women.
4 years older.
Any kids yet or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
4 years older, Myron.
4-year difference?
Yeah.
All right. So he was legit.
All good.
How'd you guys meet?
Through a mutual friend. She tagged me on Instagram. He started following me and then reached out that way.
Really?
Yeah.
See? Instagram's where's that, man? I'm telling you.
They say 50% of relationships are formulated on the internet.
Online
nowadays.
now. Yep.
That makes sense.
We were right, man, from the very beginning.
All right. Cool.
You said you're conservative?
Yes.
Conservative influencer, she said.
Cool.
And stay-at-home wife.
Yes.
Okay. Where do you? Are Are you mostly on X, YouTube, Rumble?
Mainly TikTok and Instagram, I would say. I mean, I'm demonetized and I get banned all the time, but
Wow. Even
yeah.
really, you get the
Should be doing the most.
Yeah, for saying that modern feminism is poison and women should take care of their husbands.
Yo, you can't be a
right off
conservative
the
on
internet.
TikTok or on Twitch, bro.
No.
It's cucked.
Wow.
Big time cucked.
Yeah.
That's
So-
crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. What about you? What's your name?
Welcome back. Wait, hold on.
Thank you, thank you.
So 19, right?
Yes.
You're married?
Yes.
Your body count.
2, including my husband.
Okay, all right.
That's
all right,
amazing.
all right.
Love
Yeah.
her.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's one too many, but you know.
Wait, who hit it first? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you, man. Cause hold on, you need to be a virgin,
I mean,
bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just being honest. It was a high school boyfriend I was with for 3 years. It was a mistake, and I've had to ask God for forgiveness. I don't believe that you should have sex before marriage, but
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
I ain't trying to ruin a good thing, man.
I'll give you that. Okay.
She's a winner.
It's one too many, but you know.
My son would be allowed. He would be allowed.
Be honest, bro. She better than most of the panel.
Yeah, I was hey, man. 19 years old, married, right?
Bless you, Chris.
I
Yeah.
respect
Good job
it.
on that.
It is what it is.
You got him. You got him good.
Okay. What about you? What's
Welcome
your name?
back to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
She's been on before?
Yes. Honestly, I didn't
It was,
remember until
yeah, it was
after
a
the fact.
completely different look.
Yeah. Trust me, I didn't recognize either until after.
Different look, like
You
different
guys got
mugshots.
good memory about you.
Well, no. I just spoke to her earlier. That's why.
Okay. All right.
This one I didn't remember at all. Being honest.
All right.
All right,
When
I
were you on?
It's been a while.
while ago.
Yeah,
Couple
it's been
years?
A while. No, last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
All
Last
right.
year.
What's your name?
We'll dig into that. I go by Mina, but my real name is Brittany.
Okay. And what was the nickname?
Mina,
Mina. Okay. How old are you?
28,
All right. Where are you from?
Sarasota, Florida.
All right. What do you do for work?
I am an esthetician, and I do have my own beauty business.
Okay.
Is that all you do?
I mean, I did OnlyFans.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah, I did OnlyFans.
Nigga, when I saw it earlier, nigga, he was on those knees, nigga. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Nigga, you didn't see that shit on the screen?
Oh, that was her?
Yes, nigga.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yo,
What
chat.
did I miss?
Yo, chat, bring that
missed it. You
Come to
missed
club.
it.
Y'all niggas are crazy, bro. Bring that shit back up, bro. Cause I was,
Wait, show me.
I promise you, I
I
was like,
want to see.
oh no, you don't want to see.
I do.
You want to see?
I do.
Chat.
I live my truth.
Can I
so
skip the
don't
intros?
care.
Chat, niggas.
Should I skip the
Hey, Capital
intros,
Club.
guys?
Y'all niggas are the big bosses.
I
Show
love
that
my
shit, bro.
trolls. Let's
Should we go here to this
Nigga, that's
first
real,
portion?
It's not troll.
Okay.
No facts.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, that's me.
I mean, fresh, man.
Nigga, what the fuck?
I just like how you said it. That's you. It's brave.
By the way, chat, trust me, on Rumble, I will show you the story.
That's not me.
I'll tell you the story in full about what happened in France. But that was crazy.
Fresh, she was praying to God, bro.
That's me.
I'm gonna skip to over here.
Okay. Highest education level completed? High
Lord,
school,
bro.
brother.
12th grade. Oh no, he was.
So why dance?
Because I don't want to just fall back on someone, you know.
But that's your baby daddy.
Who
Okay,
raised
but, like,
who
I-
raised
you know
her,
what I mean? I
bro?
want
You
my
failed
own-
father.
To be able to
You failed
provide for my
father.
own self and like to be able to provide for him too at the same
Ain't
time.
no way, bro.
I want to do nice things for him.
But you could get a regular job though.
Okay, I'm not trying to work at no McDonald's.
All right, nigga, you want to strip that nigga? You want to strip?
So
okay.
wait.
That's what it was, bro.
Wait,
like,
question.
yo, come
so,
on, man.
So you want to do nice things for him by dancing on the other guys? Like, how is that nice?
Wait,
It's like-
did you at least?
Finally, Chris brings up a good point.
It's like, let me ask this. Like, did you at least like console them? Like, hey, look, man, I'm really happy that you're providing for me and everything, but I kind of want to make my own money.
Yeah, for you too,
Like,
We
yeah.
had a whole conversation about it. He was okay with it.
Oh, he
His dad
was?
told me he was okay with it, and he's fine.
Oh,
Because we set boundaries and like, you know, like we really talked about it and had a deep conversation.
He don't love you. Who give a fuck about you, nigga?
Wait,
He don't love you.
hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, so you sat down with him and said, look, I appreciate that you're supporting me and stuff, but I want to make my own money, and this is what I want to do, and he was okay with it.
Yeah.
Being a stripper.
Yes.
You realize
So
this
question,
ain't normal.
was it after the kid or
And that's on him
before the
then,
kid?
honestly.
When I first started stripping, it was before the kid.
Okay.
And then
This
let me
is
guess,
not
after a
most
couple
women.
months, he changed his mind. He's like, bro, this, like, stop this.
Yeah.
And did you stop?
For a little bit.
And then what happened? Y'all stuck together, or?
No, we broke up for a year. And then we got back together. We had a baby, and then I started dancing. Again.
Where do y'all find these girls, bro?
Yeah. So, okay.
Okay, so he's probably still not happy about the dancing, I'm guessing.
No.
Hence why your guys. Okay.
You know, she probably was high, coming home late, coming home lit. That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, bro, honestly, if she actually sat him down and said, I want to do this, and the nigga said, yeah.
That's his fault.
That's his fault, man.
You're right.
Honestly. Yeah, it's really his fault.
His mind, though.
Yeah. How old was he when he made this decision? Like, to say it's okay for you to do it? I'm assuming you were 18.
I just turned 18, yeah, so he was 21.
Stupid ass nigga, bro.
No leverage,
no
bro.
offense. But hey, that's why you gotta lead your girl right, bro. Right? Like it's like that's why I tell you guys all the time, man. It's a dictatorship. It's not a democracy. You
Damn.
tell your girl what to do, not the other way around.
Wow.
Yeah, his fault.
No. You don't get with girls like this. There's no fixing this. There's no. It's not a democracy. You do what I tell you. If that's the relationship you gotta have, so that your woman don't make decisions like this, you just need to leave. You need to run immediately. What?
Oh, he could have saved you, but I guess not.
Yeah, nigga
All right.
retarded.
For
No
real.
offense, but
No,
yeah. Okay.
no, he couldn't have saved her. She's not all here. Stop her from doing that. Next year she's doing something else. You got to stop her from. No, you just run.
Okay, are your parents together?
No.
Okay. Birth control for you?
Yes.
Took too long, nigga.
Now you want to take it?
Too long, nigga.
What's your racial background? Are you white?
I'm Puerto Rican and white.
Okay. You know, you're Puerto Rican. That makes sense.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
What that mean, Fresh?
I think we got it. Okay.
No,
and then
no,
what
no,
about you?
Fresh, what that mean, Fresh?
Thanks.
It's definitely under 20.
You Puerto Rican, I get
Today
it.
or
No.
18?
No, I'm dead
No, she's
serious.
20, bro.
Like, it's definitely under 20.
But and she had a man for how long? I'm doing the math here.
At least 2 years.
The math ain't nothing, bro. So it's 18, 20 bodies that she's telling us right now.
W math.
Nigga, you know what she does for work, bro?
I know she works.
Yeah, like you can
yo,
rack that up
I
in a
didn't
week.
say it was
Bro,
20
it's 20
bodies,
is mad
I
as
said
fuck.
Under.
I just said under 20.
Okay, so 19 and a half.
Oh my lord.
19 and a half.
19 and a half.
Not blowjobs included, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
Somebody
bro,
said the port.
you can get that in a week dancing. No
Yeah,
offense.
you can.
Like
Okay,
you just
Keep it real. Just if you're gonna be honest with us, just keep it real. When you dance the club,
Go ahead.
you fucking niggas in the club.
Hell no.
What if they pay you?
Hell no.
Really?
Outside the club, fresh. In the
Hell
cars
no.
and shit, bro.
Hell
Yes,
no.
you would.
Never?
Yes, you
You
would.
could never catch
Yes.
me.
Yes, you
In the
would.
club?
Never.
You should.
Okay.
Yes, you
Okay,
would.
you ain't catch me. Outside.
Yes, you
You know
would.
what I'm saying?
How about that?
That's the key.
Just based off the dumb
Okay.
decisions she's already made, she would.
So
100%.
anyway, okay.
Last but not least, and then
Yes.
the guest of honor.
Yep. What's your name?
Paris.
She belongs to the street. That's your real name? So
Yes. Paris.
I was just there.
I made that joke too. When you weren't here. How old are you?
19.
All right, where are you from?
Originally Australia, but I live in Miami.
Okay.
What's up,
Crikey,
baby?
mate.
Okay.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, she doesn't really have the accent though. Like, cause you lived here, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, your accent's kind of gone.
Thank
She
you.
likes attention. She keep looking at the camera, fixing her,
What do you do for
her
work?
shirt.
OnlyFans.
Highest education level, high school.
Middle school.
Oh yeah. Actually, she has the record for lowest education completed. Now I think about it.
Yeah, she does.
Stay away.
Party in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen me before?
Fuck.
Stay
I
away.
know this one, bro.
You know me?
Nigga, you a hoe, nigga.
What?
Fresh, I did meet her outside.
Yo, you be on the side, nigga.
Yeah, I know.
It just hit me like, oh shit.
Yeah, I met her outside.
Oh, you,
Yeah, her
Okay.
and a friend. Yeah, I met her outside. Yeah.
Where?
I don't know where you
Vendome?
you were dancing. and shit.
Vendome, yeah.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
6ix9ine was there?
Yeah, Vendome. So
I was with 6ix9ine.
Yeah, that's where I was with you.
Stupid.
No, but Frank was in there.
Whoa. Make it clear. Nothing ever happened. I went to Paris. Actually, not this Paris. Cool, just make it clear. So,
Both.
All right. See, Fresh be outside too, man.
I know.
no, that's back in the day.
Relationship status?
Boyfriend. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Y'all be asking me. Y'all be saying there's nobody out there for y'all. But then how does this person right here find somebody. Man, this is wild.
So what? Wait, so what? Wait. Nigga, stop.
She's
Nigga,
giggling,
please stop.
laughing.
Don't do
This
it,
is
bro.
crazy.
Don't do it, bro. He whipped you up for real?
What?
Sorry, I'm just shocked that someone wiped you up.
I'm just shocked somebody wiped you up.
Yeah, I just met him. Well, I just found the one actually.
No, you didn't, bro.
Where'd you meet him?
Vendome.
Not me, nigga. Not me, nigga.
Chris, what you
I may be going tonight, but
Yo, Chris, what you out here doing? Nigga, you cook, nigga.
You cook, bro.
I'm so confused. So,
yo, D-Dog said, what the fuck, bro?
Chris,
congratulations.
So, was it the night after? Because I know you guys went to the club
Trying to
after
find
the show,
something.
right?
Yeah, we went.
Yeah.
We went to.
Tell us what happened, Chris.
Baccarat.
Baccarat.
Bless you.
All right, Chris, tell the people because niggas aren't from Miami, so tell them what
Is
the
it
hell
what
happened.
It's
like a drink.
Is he? Oh, he's Spanish.
Is it a promoter?
No, I would never date a promoter.
I mean, listen.
She would. You are not in that position.
End of the day, she'd be outside, bro. I don't know who the fuck she's dating.
Wait. What the hell is this Baccarat place?
It's a club that I just went to, and it's pretty good. It's pretty lit. Shout out to them. And yeah, it's like Vendome, but in a different area. So
It's in Miami Beach?
yeah. I think so. Yeah.
It's in front of one hotel.
Okay, let's be honest here. Who goes, niggas or white people?
White people.
No, it's
yeah,
ghetto.
White people.
What?
No,
Yeah.
ghetto white niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
White boys that are.
Yeah, like on Tuesdays.
That
it's
want to
very
be black?
Yeah. Yeah.
They wear chains and shit?
Yeah.
White girls too.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Okay, interesting. All right, so how long you've had this guy for like 2 days?
Like a week, yeah. Well, like I was with him last week, but it wasn't that serious to bring it up. But now it's serious.
Bro, she got attached fast. as
Wait,
fuck.
serious in a week?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Do you boss him around?
Yeah.
Like the other? How long do you think that's gonna last?
Yeah, he makes my bed.
Wait, he's at your house?
You lying, man.
Yeah, he's at my house.
Oh, he's a bum.
No.
Oh, he's sitting there for a
But
few
when he
weeks.
comes to my house, he makes my bed.
After you come on your bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I mean, do OnlyFans, so I don't know.
All right, parents together.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
they-
birth control review.
Yes.
Are they proud of you, your parents?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
My dad called me today.
And said what?
He said, "You're doing so good. I love you."
He simulated scenes.
Probably not. She said.
No, I swear I could pull up the car
This girl's
call
lying,
log.
bro. All right. Whatever. We'll just go on.
Yeah.
I was gonna, bro.
Okay.
All right, and special guest.
Welcome to the show, brother. So we know who you are, but intro for yourself.
Daniel Cates. They know me as Jungle Man from poker. That's my nickname. So I have quite some success at poker, and yeah, a lot of people know me from that. I'm trying to think. What else do you want to know?
So I guess I want to start the first question off. Of the show.
Wait, hold on. Body count, Dan.
Oh, body count. There you go.
No, I'm joking, man. That's fine.
I mean, I'll talk about it. Whatever. It's quite high.
What is it?
It's like for sure over 100.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
All right, shout out to you, man. Let's
All
go.
right, I'm actually impressed, Dan. So Dan, you do poker for a living, basically. Body language. It's very important for poker, of course. For the people. Could you read the room real quick, these ladies, one by one, if you don't mind? Each lady.
Congrats.
Body language.
Sure.
Congrats, bro.
We'll start here.
Okay.
What do you get from her?
She looks open. She looks like she's kind of like excited, like she thinks it's funny.
Okay. What about her?
She seems like a little bit shy, but she's been quite honest. Like she seems more soft-spoken.
Okay. Her?
She looks like she's comfortable. She looks like she doesn't really care what people think too much.
No, at all.
Okay. Shelly?
Well, I know Shelly already. Shelly's a bit of a social butterfly. She seems comfortable. I've seen her. Yeah, she seems ready to say some.
Wait, you know what?
Oh, we
She
came
belongs to
from-
the streets.
We were just at Necker Island, this place with Richard Branson and these all these people helping the ocean. There's this convention called Ultramarine, and Shelly happened to be there. There was lemurs jumping on us, and what else? There were kangaroos and flamingos, and a hot tub at the very top of the island.
What the heck?
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds crazy.
It was crazy. I wasn't expecting any of that shit.
What about her?
All right, so she seems surprisingly comfortable given, is pretty open, clearly. Like, it takes, I was impressed that she just owned it when she's like, yeah, that's me on the screen. She doesn't seem like so fishy or anything, but she's taking it, so.
In both ways.
She sure is taking it, for sure. What about her?
She seems a bit more formal than the others. I think because she's a bit more on the conservative side. She just seems to hold herself in like a very particular way, and it's a bit more unique among this group, whereas I think everyone else is like more on the doesn't give a fuck kind of side.
Got it.
Where she's like kind of formal with the way she speaks and that kind of thing.
And her?
She looks like she's a little bit nervous, but still willing to be on the show. I'm actually impressed. You guys have got like everyone who's got some kind of controversial thing going on. I'm like, what? How many girls?
Arrest, batteries.
Hey, listen,
It's
it's not easy, bro. These girls be outside, bro.
And last but not least, her?
She looks comfortable. She doesn't look like super.
Once again, they did nothing and got everything.
Oh yeah.
What's up, FNF? We keep winning, y'all, except for Mo's shape like Lizzo. This is from your boy Lem. Mo's spirit animal is a manatee. Fresh arch nemesis as a subtitle. Mine can't be 300 feet close to any airports in America. That was a good one. At this.
Like he can never be dirty enough. What the fuck?
Bro, that's yeah, that's
what? Yo.
I guess they want to know your rate for an hour.
You want to answer?
What are we talking about?
Oh, like at the club? I charge $1,000 an hour.
Yeah, that's a bit expensive, don't you think?
Question: Do men watch this and think that this is normal? Because whenever I talk about shit like this, people be like, "But they ain't. All these girls are hoes. All these girls are." Do y'all think this is normal?
So at our club,
balances books. Like, what's going on here?
At our
What up, bro? What up?
we charge $1,000 an hour, $500 for half an hour, plus the bottles.
I think he was trolling. I don't think he's supposed to answer that.
Wait, so they get a bottle of booze too?
Yes. So you have to buy the bottle to get the private room, and then.
What happens in the private room?
Oh, okay. I get it.
No, but what happens in there?
Dancing.
She a pro. She a pro, man.
I've never worked in a club, so I honestly don't know, but
I mean, worked in the streets.
What was that sound effect? All right.
She was gulping something.
Okay.
Let me guess. She got a boyfriend too. She got a husband. This shit, wow.
Hey, listen, Frank. I have good ears, bro. I hear it.
All right, bro.
This nigga just watches a lot of porn.
Yeah, he does.
All right, what do we got next?
Georgie, I'm sorry, bro.
We need to hear her impression.
Right, do it. You know
Who's?
She a P-star.
Oh.
Check
Well,
out
actually,
my
we do got a pro
Twitter.
here.
Wait, Twit? Oh no, hell no. Don't bring it up.
Let's hear it.
Don't bring it up, bro.
Yeah,
Georgie's my video editor, so I'm apologizing to him right now.
there's no chill on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's in your face.
Yeah, like there's hardcore porn on there. There's, crazy images from wars and shit. So, hey.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I like Twitter. I mean, I do the political side, of course, not the next stuff. Outside, new question to add to introductions. Do you own an Ultima?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
IG Baddie action figure?
Yeah, I posted that recently.
Cheetos Plan B fiction notice.
the hot Cheetos is crazy.
Cheetos,
Wow,
Bees,
Ultimate Key is crazy too.
the fucking
What is that, a negative?
The negative balance.
Yeah, negative balance. IG Baddie, they're trying to say that they're... Yeah, okay, interesting. Ladies, your future successful son comes to you for advice on women. What are 3 red flags you would warn your son about? Can you guys have the covert feminist, the conservative stay-at-home influencer go last so she doesn't influence the 304s?
Amen.
Okay.
So it's covert.
So your future successful son comes to you for advice on women. What are 3 red flags you would warn your son about? So we can start here and then work our way back this way. 3 red flags you would warn your son about who is successful. Let's say he, has quite a bit
Do
of
you
money.
guys
He's a doctor,
watch
he's a lawyer,
all
something
of
like
this
that,
for
and
real?
He has a lot to lose. What are 3 red flags you should look for in his potential girlfriend?
What's
Maybe
up, Vince?
if like the girl is like always asking you to like buy her stuff and like asking for money and stuff, that's one.
Okay.
What else?
Second, if like she is like mean, or like if she's like,
Paris, start going back, please.
Take your time.
sorry.
We're not worried right now.
If she's like mean to your family or something,
Okay.
Okay.
and if she smells bad.
Okay.
All right. Who's up next?
Yo, Paris, can you yeah, thank God. Just keep it a little bit tight.
I do like these questions. Let's hear this. The rest of
you're
this.
30 years from now to be a doctor, and he finds a girl, and he wants to, have you meet her and everything. What are 3 red flags you would look for him to tell him, hey man, you might want to think twice about this one?
Basically, if she's respectful or not, like
Okay.
respecting anybody and everybody.
All right,
doesn't matter
respectful.
who they
All right.
are. If she's successful, like doing her own thing at the same time too.
So a red flag is her to not be successful.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
You got a
I
son?
don't know. Yeah.
This should be easy, man.
I can't really think of anything.
All right, she gave 2. That's fine.
Yeah, 2 is fine for each girl.
These are the women that raise young men. And I be meeting these guys, and I just be like, "Who raised you?" And then I see who raised them. This is crazy.
If she doesn't have a job, no goals set out for her life or what she wants to do in the future, and
Why is she gonna be
money
the
in her bank
breadwinner?
account.
Oh, money in the bank account's important.
At least $5,000 in her bank account.
Otherwise, you tell the son to reassess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Bro.
What about you? What would you tell your son?
Imagine having dinner and a conversation.
I would say she's not respecting his time and boundaries, and I would say if she's like accusing him of things, like that obviously like, some girlfriends are always accusing, like usually that's a red flag that they're doing something wrong.
All right.
Bad intentions.
Anything else, or that's it?
2 is fine.
All right.
It's good.
All right. What about you?
Me?
For the girls. Yeah.
Okay. Her character. Always look at her character. If she was brought up poorly, I always say stay away from those people because that definitely affects who you are as a person, especially going into adulthood.
Character has many components, so like, what particular characteristics would be the red flag?
Honestly,
or lack thereof.
Somebody who
Anger issues?
does not respect boundaries, because I'm definitely big on boundaries. Somebody who is not charismatic, empathetic, or sympathetic. Those are big characteristics for me. So I definitely look
You
at.
said empathetic or sympathetic?
Yes.
Interesting. All right, we'll go to you last, Savannah, because you're probably ruining it for everybody. Okay, and then what about you? What are 3 red flags you would look for, or 2, 1 to 3 in that range, red flags you would tell your son to watch out for?
I'd say the biggest one is being disrespectful.
Okay.
And
That's the biggest one?
Him to do stuff for her.
And being dependent?
Yeah.
In what way?
Like always just reaching out to him to always look. And he's like, oh, I can't do this and this. Like, no, you need to be able to do it for yourself.
I mean, like forcing him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right. What about you?
It's funny. I just saw a comment. Someone said if she's a nurse. But I'd say like if he's flirting with your friends, that's kind of a red flag. An overly flirtatious person.
No, as if
It's your son.
Yeah. for her son? For your son?
Your son,
Right,
he
if
brings a
asks
girlfriend.
what a red flag is, and if she's flirting with his friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean his friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so overly flirtatious. And I'd say like just getting physical. I feel like
Getting physical with who in particular?
like if she
Oh, you mean physicality as in like hitting him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if she's too comfortable, it's just kind of like pushing, shoving, because you know.
All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Savannah?
Don't know.
Number one, if she's a feminist. Number two, if she has OnlyFans or supports OnlyFans at all.
shit. Oh, shots on Paris.
High body
Paris.
count. And if she's been to Miami, Dubai, or any other party city.
Yo!
That's why Myron wanted her to go last.
I have more, but there's
No,
more.
Duh.
Keep going.
What else?
Two more.
They all fit the bill.
She gave 4 so far.
How dare you?
Some pretty good ones.
They all fit. They all
she
fit
doesn't
the
want
bill.
kids.
Ooh.
That's a big one
Misogyny.
in today's society for some reason.
Okay.
They
If she
fit-
wants to
they
have a
fit.
super successful career and be the breadwinner and kind of like stay in her masculine
Oh, boss
energy,
babe.
that's a huge red flag. Yeah.
I'm a PhD.
I have a question. Aren't you in Miami right now?
I was thinking the same
I'm
thing.
in Miami. I was here for a wedding. I've never come here to party.
She's an influencer. She's a conservative influencer. She probably talks politics and she goes against feminism. She's on this show 100% to get followers, to grow her audience. It ain't because she in Miami partying. That's the only reason why I could think she's on this show. Because so far she's saying everything she should be saying. As a husband, I don't know that I would want her on this show. But he supports her social media career, I guess. I don't know.
To party.
I'm just trolling
or-
you. I'm trolling.
No, you're good. But yeah, I came here for a wedding.
Good stuff, though. Good stuff.
So feminist, OF/sex work, high body count, been to Dubai or Miami, no kids, and career woman. Anything
Yeah.
else? That's 6.
That's good, actually.
And,
I mean, those
Dan?
are some foundations, I feel like. She doesn't know how to cook, clean, won't do housework, not traditional.
All right. Do any of you agree or disagree with some of those things?
I agree with everything, honestly. Even as somebody who does OnlyFans, I agree.
Dan, go ahead.
So you would call yourself a red flag?
Yeah, of course she is.
I mean, I have red flag tendencies for sure.
A lot.
You are
I
a
mean,
red
3
flag,
kids
girl.
with 3 different baby daddies and OnlyFans would be a huge red flag.
Going crazy on her. She got 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies. She's been in jail for battery over and over and over again. Anger management. OnlyFans. Girl, the biggest that you are the definition of a red flag. And you agree with it, but you
Whoa.
Walking red flag.
I've seen it all. I've seen it all, bro.
Okay.
All right.
I got some things to say.
That's not normal.
So first of all, one of the biggest red flag that I personally look for is being like a bad person with like bad intentions.
Bro, shut
like that
up,
to me
bro.
is like the ultimate turn off, or the ultimate makes me think. Like it would turn me away from anyone if they're just very selfish or manipulative or whatever it is, or that sort of thing. But conversely, the ultimate good flag the ultimate kind of good flags would.
Can I also point something out? How does she have 3 baby daddies? The second guy didn't see nothing wrong. The third guy didn't see nothing wrong either.
Be actually if there are valid reasons to go to, or good reasons to go to Miami, Dubai,
And she's single again. She's going for her 4th is what she's doing.
in these kinds of places. One of which would be like to go for business, to influence the right areas, like that kind of thing. There are
By yourself, though?
By yourself, maybe not. That would be pretty suspicious.
To clarify, did you mean by yourself or with, like if you go travel with a partner?
I mean, going on a girls' trip is a,
Okay.
is a little
So these cities are okay if you're going with a male.
I would
like a
say
significant
married
other or
to
something
him.
like that.
Yeah, but it's still a party city. I mean, there's a really dark energy here.
So for you, it's a red flag if they go to these cities, unless it's with their husband.
I mean, who goes to Miami to not party? Like, genuinely.
Okay. No, I just want to clarify.
That's just a fact.
So your thing is if they go single or with someone that isn't their husband, red flag.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
not
on.
a general.
She wants to respond to this. I see it on your face.
What does taking a trip have to do with being a hoe?
Yeah.
I take trips all the time and I just be chilling.
But you are a hoe.
Yeah, I am
You
a hoe.
also
But like,
say you have
I'm
over
just
100
like-
bodies.
I mean,
So-
yeah, but still.
Okay, Miami, Dubai, Los Angeles. Name a couple other that are just straight party cities.
Vegas. I just came back from
Vegas,
there. What's
that
up?
one too. Yeah, it's a,
And
it's
you
a
a
party
hoe.
city.
And
Yeah,
you
everybody
just said
goes there
you
to
a
drink and have
hoe.
sex and do drugs.
And I did.
Okay, so you're proving my point.
But what's wrong with that? People have their own way of living, so like
That's fine.
I guess you're
but
entitled
that's-
to your opinion,
That's
but
fine. That's why you're
still.
single and your career is OnlyFans.
Okay, and that's
busting
why
it
you're a
open.
housewife living under a man.
And I'm so happy. And you know what?
It's called being
And-
independent.
And you know what? Every single one of you,
I have
there's
a
secret jealousy
condo
of
and I
trad
have a
wives.
car. What about you?
I have all of
that was
babe.
not given by a man. So what about?
I have all of that.
Oh, okay, but you're okay. Okay.
Well,
I have a
why'd you
house
get
on
married?
10
Why'd you get
acres.
married? For money?
For money? Really?
For a house?
I had a career before I met my husband, by the way.
Okay.
I would have been fine.
Cool.
I will say, remember that the conversation was, the question was red flags for guys to look, like your son to look for in a woman is what it was. So that's her things that she would tell her husband, or sorry, her son to watch out for.
Yeah, I'm just saying, what does taking a trip have to do with being a red flag?
Okay, so if your son had a girl that was always traveling and stuff, you wouldn't look at that as a red flag for
No,
him?
there's people that get paid to travel.
I could see why.
And they're
she-
by themselves.
I could see.
But she's also placing judgment on set locations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Not only that, but
Because
you did
that's
say
what they're
y'all.
known for. They are
She
known
said
for being
y'all.
party locations.
Yeah.
But anywhere could be a party location.
Thank
It
you.
just depends who
Thailand
you're
could be a
with.
party location. There's
Yeah.
training
Tonight
boys.
could be a party location.
Yeah.
Do you go to like I don't know Colorado
I
to
travel a
go
lot.
drink
People
and
go to
have
Colorado
sex?
to fuck.
No, I go to ski, but
I would love to go to a ski lodge and fuck my brains out.
These are the people who comment on my videos and say the dumbest shit. This is how they think. Why do I go back and forth with these people?
Girl, we'll have fun with
And
that.
film it.
Period.
Yeah, I will have a great time. Period.
I just
I
don't think
stand
you
on
should
it. I
be-
She's
said what I
proving my
said.
point. I mean,
I just
whatever.
don't think you should be
Yeah.
placing judgment on set locations.
It's not judgment.
Yeah.
It is a fact that people travel there to party.
Is it a fact in like the Wikipedia or on the
Do we-
internet? and
Do you
shit?
want to fact check me? Do we want to see what the top 3 party cities are
Actually,
in the
I
U.S.?
kind of want to see that. Let's
fact check me.
All right.
Like what?
People don't go to Miami and Vegas to party.
Yeah.
That ain't
Pull it up
that
right
ain't
here.
why they go.
Vegas, Miami. I will
The
agree
ones
on.
that I
I'll
just
agree on
said.
Vegas and Miami.
Yeah.
I can definitely see.
All
where
right, there we
this
go. She's right.
Conversation
Oh,
took a
there
left
you go.
turn.
And
Literally the three she said.
But still, nobody was saying that she wasn't. It's just like, why are you judging like places that like
He
people
asked
go
me
to?
what red flags I would tell my son.
I'll go
and
hoe
if-
in Arizona.
and, okay, and you're a red flag.
She's proving her point, bro.
Shit. I go to Napa Valley, go bust it down in the grapevines.
Dan, what do you think?
Dad likes
For the
hoes.
most part, I would actually agree that it's a red flag, but there are valid reasons
Not
to go
even
to the
for-
cities that have nothing
not
to
a
do. But
chance.
it's very rare, like especially. I mean, Las Vegas has loads of conventions. It's actually there's even like reasons to go for entertainment or for martial arts. I'm not even kidding. I've gone down these rabbit holes.
Dan, keep it real though. A guy with your money and status, you hold on. You like hoes or no?
Huh?
Do you like hoes?
Do I like hoes? In what context are we talking about?
Like, let's say for example,
You fuck them, man.
Do you fuck hoes?
I mean, I'm not averse to that idea.
That's why he got 100 bodies. What you think? You think he's fucking girls like the 19-year-old who's married,
But would you marry
who's
a hoe,
conservative?
though? Would you actually like marry a hoe?
I would marry someone who
Yes,
has
he would.
in him to resolve that because
No,
I don't
he would marry a
view
hoe.
that as a long-term like way of being. But like
He
if
looks
they-
like
I
a
would
hoe.
meet
He
them
looks
and
like he
be
would marry a
"All right,
hoe."
Well, like eventually this has to be worked on. That would be my attitude. That's salvageable for me. But to be it forever is not good.
Don't save her.
So you wanna
as long as you
retire,
have-
though?
As long as
say-
you have an out at the end of it, and it's not something that you want to do forever, you know, that's what he's trying to say.
So you would marry a woman if she was willing to change everything for you?
Not necessarily everything, just to be the best version of herself. I would that would be okay with
But
me.
leave,
Yo,
but to
fresh.
leave the whole life behind.
Yo, Dad's rich, bro. Look at Dad lying to their face, bro.
Okay. So Dan, real quick.
Spread that.
Dan
let's say, for
lying to
example,
their
right, you play
face.
poker,
Yeah.
and you can tell there's a
That boy
losing hand
lying.
coming up, right?
Yeah.
He got that
Would you bet
poker
on that
face
hand?
on.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this.
W analogy. Get him, fresh.
So
I'm saying.
I happen to be a bit of a like the term is like hopeless believer, hopeless romantic or whatever. I believe everyone can change. No joke. That's not a lie. And I know that it's generally as you say, a losing hand.
Let's just
Good
skip this. I can't do
housewife.
this.
So if
I'm almost
she
done with this.
was,
I'm not gonna be able to
you know,
do
if
this
she was
whole
willing
thing.
to step out of the dancer life, or to
Oh,
be
so
all
she would
about
have to
him,
quit.
She would have
Stop.
to quit. Yes.
Okay.
But
well,
but
Okay.
Shelly, you're 38.
Why haven't you quit?
I have quit, and I've been engaged several times, but they cheated, so I left.
Okay.
Maybe you attract the wrong guys because you're a stripper.
She left because they cheated.
Bro.
What is her problem?
No, she looked right in her eyes. I said that.
Straight
Right in
facts.
her eyes. Right in her eyes. She's like,
It's a fact. Run that back. Run that back.
Standards, you know, for my son, like
But-
I'd want him to
So
have a
you
good
want him-
housewife. So if she was, you know, if she was willing to step out of the dancer life, or to
Oh,
be
so
all
she would
about
have to
him,
quit.
She would have
Stop.
to quit. Yes.
okay.
but
Well,
but
Okay.
Shelly, you're 38.
Why haven't you quit?
I have quit, and I've been engaged several times, but they cheated, so I left.
Okay.
Maybe you attract the
what?
wrong guys because you're a stripper.
Oh.
She's 38, bro.
What is her problem?
No, she looked right in her eyes. I said that. Right in her eyes. Right in her eyes. She's like, bro, she's
I
like,
like her.
She was like, wait a minute.
you're dating one guy 'cause you're a stripper.
Shelly, you gonna take her back?
Yo, Shelly, man, get her back, man.
I was
Come on, Shelly, get her back. Yo, Shelly,
Just
get
think
her.
she's a Jehovah Witness or something.
I mean, listen, where are you from?
Tallahassee.
Where?
Tallahassee, capital of Florida. We learned that in kindergarten. Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, you had two guys, right? Two guys. So you're in love with your husband. You've only had two cocks in your life. You're raised very Christian, I would say. Okay, very Christian. So each girl here is raised very differently. And so
Yeah, we could
it's
tell.
different if you had a good home, brought up,
Yep.
being brought up in a
Didn't I say that? All of these young men that are watching this, all of these women got a fucked up household. Stay the hell away. And they trying to justify it. And instead of changing, not being an example of a terrible household, they become the very thing that they do not like. They wouldn't let their kids date themselves. Like, I don't understand that type of decision making. Like, there's plenty of people that come from fucked up homes that they use it as motivation to not be that product, to not be a statistic. And they defending it. Shit is insane.
up in a good home, wealthy family, good boyfriend taking care of you, right?
So
Or you did
your
everything
childhood is your
yourself.
excuse.
And yeah, and she's like smirking, like she's bringing up this point as if she's cooking right now.
Care of you, right?
So
Or
your
you did
little smirk.
childhood is your
yourself.
excuse for all
No.
the wrong things they do in your life and still being 38 and a stripper.
Listen, I don't put up with their shit. I break up with them. I've never cheated on a man in my life.
What does that have to do with you saying that I'm the
What
way
is
I
it?
am because I grew up a certain way?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, wait, what am I saying? Fuck.
Yo, you can't make this shit up,
I
man.
know, I know. I'm saying being a dancer, like if my son was dating a dancer and she was walking away and her, she was all about my son, I don't see what's wrong with that. If my son loves her and they both love each other and she's showing me that she's all about him and willing to change and put in the work and be a good woman
Tell
and
her.
a good wife,
Yeah.
then I'm not going to be the one to judge her.
Take that.
But if a woman only wants to become a high value woman for a man, she is not a high value woman. I was that before I met my husband. So that's how I attracted him. Strippers don't attract high value men.
Cooking.
We attract rich men.
Just fuck.
Fine. I mean, if you want a rich cheater who's never gonna give you,
I'd
a
rather a man
solid
cheat
life-
and he got money and I'm rolling in it and he can go fuck the other bitch. I don't care.
Oh shit.
The money will make me happy. I'll take a trip and go fuck my brains out somewhere else.
Rather cry in a Lambo than a Honda.
Exactly. Thank you. Because you see your man before you don't make you better than everybody.
It should be to provide that Lambo for yourself, though.
Yeah, that's why you OnlyFans, to buy that Lambo for
For
yourself.
money, hoes. Let's go. You got it. Tell me to be happy. Fucking marriage and kids.
Nigga said tell him.
Oh, wait. Girls, my line?
Hey, what's happening?
I ain't lying.
Yeah, what's happening, bro? That's
I can't believe this.
But it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look.
Wait, what else? I mean, I'm just fascinated. It's really quite fascinating.
I'm fascinated,
The mind of a
too.
hoe. I don't really.
Yeah, it's
I
quite
wanna
fascinating. The mind of a housewife.
I want to defend the hose a little bit. I want to defend the hose a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit.
I mean, your body count is almost 100, so you're one yourself.
Yeah. Well, guess what? I happen to not be perfect, and I believe there's a certain someone who said, "Judge not, lest you be judged."
Yeah.
Being real is not judgment.
Please.
No,
By the
well,
way.
I appreciate it.
I mean,
Not-
when you're
very few
bashing
people are real.
yeah, it is.
Although-
We're having a conversation.
You're low key bashing people in the most sophisticated way.
You're offended by my tone?
Yeah, this
Compliment.
year I'm offended. I am.
Stupid.
I am because you're sitting here acting like you're better than everybody because
She
you're
is.
a housewife and a conservative and you're
She's
a
better than you.
feminist. I
100%.
don't give a fuck. I voted for Trump.
We're having a conversation.
I'd like to defend the hose for a second.
Yeah. 'Cause what? You probably wanted to vote for Kamala, right? Didn't you?
Kamala?
Kamala, however the fuck you say the bitch's name.
Why would I vote
You're a
for
feminist,
Kamala?
right?
No, she's
Why would I be a
anti-feminist.
feminist?
She's anti-feminist.
I'm anti-feminist.
Anti-feminism.
It's giving.
Man, these people dumb.
It's
These
Dude,
people
can we look up
dumb,
the
bro.
definition of modern feminist?
Yeah, we can.
No, we know you're not a feminist, but like it's just kind of funny because I don't know why she thought you were a feminist.
Yo,
Feminism is saying
my
it's
brain is
empowering to
hurting.
bust it open for everybody online, which is what OnlyFans is in your careers. So
You should try
I would be
it.
feminist.
You should try it.
Yo, this is hilarious, man.
Yo, this is great.
This is good.
Yo, I mean, it's not me, it's her.
This is great. Keeping it real. I like this back and forth. It's good.
I'm gonna take the day off, niggas.
You know what I noticed? Myron has not said anything. He has not said nothing. I would be, is this a normal show, guys? Like, this is a normal episode? Is this like, is this unique? Holy smokes.
What do we
I
got
couldn't do
here?
this on a nightly basis.
Alright, how me and my bro was looking after Chris was flaming Shorty on last After Hours. Then she had the nerve to say, this part, which one said that we hit all black women?
Difference between pointing out and condemning,
That's a good question. That's a good question.
because they're offended by my tone, which is why America is so soft, because people are offended by tonality instead of that
delivery.
and the actual words.
I happen to generally agree with you. I think the tone is.
She's very smart
what
for
is
her
the
age.
difference? That's a good question.
How it sounds?
What do you guys think? I'm
Because
thinking
if
about it.
If I sat here and I talked like this, but I can't get my point across.
You're right.
It's a confidence and a clarity.
She's
Hey, she
she's
wouldn't have
cooking.
you, nigga. She wouldn't
There's
have
a
you,
subtlety.
nigga.
I want to.
She is cooking.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, she cool in my book. She's entitled to her opinion. You know, it is. You know, it's her opinion.
She is cooking.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I already said. You know, I agree with her. You know, especially like I said.
So Dan, do you think that like her just telling them the truth is a bad thing?
Mostly no. I actually think even if like somewhere, I think somewhere in her tone she's a little bit condemning, but I also think that like again, no one's perfect, and that for the most part people just keep their mouths shut, and they should be more real with where problems are. And it's not easy to come on this podcast, be the only conservative person, and say what they think the truth is.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's mostly a good thing. Like it's hard to be perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add to the conversation with the red flags for the sun? That's how this started, by the way.
I used to watch. I used to watch Fresh and Fit, especially when they just start doing this. But even before then, I found them through Kevin Samuels, but even before then, when they used to do like Myron used to do like investing, real estate, shit like that. I used to watch them, and then I forget what happened, but I think it was either Fresh reached out to me. Something happened, and I think it was Fresh reached out to me, and he invited me on this show because I was going to be in Miami for like speaking on stage for a summit. It was a business summit, and I was going to speak on stage. And while I was there, he wanted me to pull up. But I'm glad I didn't. This ain't my thing right here, bro. This is the last time I will react to this because it's just this ain't. It's entertaining. It's entertaining, but I'm not. I'm not here. You know,
No?
I'm not here with
Okay.
this.
I'll go back to the chats here.
Yo, sorry, I was like,
This is too
interesting
much,
stuff.
bro.
Also, guys, do me a favor. We got 20,000 plus y'all ninjas watching live. We got 15K on Rumble, another 6 or something like that on YouTube. So, guys,
Big shot.
Let's see this. Let me see what these girls.
Wait.
Let me see what these girls selling their souls for.
Clock that tea.
I can show you today what I made too.
Wait.
Oh, boyfriend on the back. That's.
Wait, can you see or no?
I mean, Fresh, if you.
No, we
Or
can
four.
see it. Go a little closer.
What, Fresh?
She's proud. She said, "Go a little closer. Show it to him. No, show it to him. Go a little closer." She's proud.
You gotta tap. Yeah.
Fresh.
Go ahead,
Hold
Fresh.
it still, hold
Hey,
it still.
just give the bills and the bills will show it. Fresh, touch it up and down, like.
Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
Just send me the link. Just send me the picture. Bro, hold on. You do it, Chris.
All right, nigga. Let me see.
I have a question for Paris.
Wait,
Hey.
I'm curious. So if your future husband, was making $1 million a month, would you quit OnlyFans?
No.
You better say yes.
Why?
No, because like I don't use OnlyFans as like just to make money. It's just kind of like because I do Instagram too. So OnlyFans as like a.
That's for the day? Oh no, that's February. That's for the month. She made $180,000 in the month.
Like just to make money. It's just kind of like because I do Instagram too. So it's kind of just like, you know what I mean?
Validation.
Yeah. No. What the fuck? No.
Yeah, if it's not for
I don't
money.
need validation.
If it's not for money, what's it for?
Go again. Sorry.
I'm curious too. Like,
yeah. I mean,
if your
it
guy
is
is
for
making
money.
money,
Like
yeah.
it's like. I said this last podcast too. Like. I feel like. You gotta stay in your lane. Like if you want a guy that's making money, like you should at least be making money too.
No,
no. So
she's asking you if your man was making $1 million a month, would you quit OnlyFans? You're saying no.
I mean, if I have a lot of money saved up, yes. But like at the end of the day, I would not rely on a man because there's a lot of things I want in life, like a lot of cars, a lot of houses, a lot of things, a lot of jewelry.
He could
And-
provide.
Society has failed. My wife don't gotta worry about none of that, bro. This is wild. And I've had months like that selling business courses. Talking about business. To sell your soul, man. She's 38, but she gonna regret all of that. All right, I'm moving on. I can't do this. This gonna be. I'm gonna react to one more thing, and then we're gonna move on. George, I don't even know if you want to edit that, bro. To be honest with you, the fact people spend hours watching that is just sad. To be honest with you, no offense to anybody who does. I'm just saying, like, my brain hurts. Just wow. Very sad. All right. All right. I'm not gonna do the Kevin O'Leary, Don Lemon. I want to see why they're saying Elon Musk is giving up on EVs. Nah, bro. My opinion on that show has not changed. That show is terrible for humanity. Terrible, bro. All right, let's watch this. Let's check
Public
this out.
backlash
Elon
against
Musk.
CEO Elon Musk's political positions.
Sales are down 50%.
So is this gonna be fake news, or is Elon giving up on EVs? I don't think he's giving up on EVs. I just think he's on task. He's on point with what the mission is. It's not just, he's always said Tesla's not a car company. It's a technology company. He's got AI, he's got automation, he's got robotics, he's got all kinds of, you know, amazing inventions that he's done with Tesla, man. It's never been just EVs.
% year over year. China's sales were down 50%.
In the last couple months, though, the stock's just been obliterated.
Less than
Babe,
6
we doing
months
dinner?
ago, Tesla's story was dramatically
Mama,
different.
we
Shares
doing
of
dinner?
the company rose 30% in a single week.
Yeah.
The once fledgling and often struggling EV maker was worth more than $1 trillion and more than all the world's other major automakers combined. But in 2025, the stock has plummeted, losing more than 35% of its value since the beginning of the year. In most markets, including the US, China, Europe, and Australia, sales are falling too. While 90% of company revenue comes from selling EVs, Tesla has changed its mission. CEO Elon Musk has sunk billions into projects like self-driving cars and humanoid robots.
As he
future we're
should.
headed for is one where you can literally just have anything you want. What's key to that is robotics and AI.
But feelings about the change in direction, or what some call abandoning the company's original mission, are mixed.
Tesla's mission is to advance sustainable transportation and energy. It was never to create robo-taxis and humanoid robots. And
That is not true. That is just not true. He's always been about automation, robotics, AI, always. I knew about the robo-taxi 5 years ago when I bought my first Tesla. So that's just not true. Not 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I've always known about that. And so what? It's evolving. You know, when you start a company, you might not realize what you're capable of until you get into it. The robo-taxi I always knew, but I thought that he was just going to use the current vehicles that he had, and you would be able to buy the software to turn it into a robo-taxi, and you'd be able to make money from it. That's what I thought.
and that's Elon just changing Tesla's mission. And now I think that Tesla needs a new CEO.
You can say Tesla's a tech company all you want. It's not. It's a car company. And when you don't sell cars, those losses start to stack up.
I truly believe years from now, autonomous will define Tesla.
Half of Tesla vehicles are built in China. He looks to the left and right, north, south. He's surrounded by Chinese competition that are driving costs down. There's price wars, and he's saying, no, there's no way Tesla can win this war in China, and probably not globally. So let's take things in a different direction.
So why do some say the company has lost its way, and can it get back on course? CNBC dove in to find out.
Let's see if they got a point. This is interesting.
Tesla was founded in 2003 by Mark Tarpenning and Martin Eberhard.
We changed the way the world thought about electric cars, and we restarted the EV revolution in the world.
A year later, Elon Musk invested $6.5 million and joined Tesla's board. In 2006, Musk published the secret Tesla Motors Master Plan. Tesla's overarching purpose was to move the world from fossil fuels to solar and electric power.
Yeah.
The plan didn't mention autonomy or robots. The idea was simple: make and sell expensive EVs, use that money to make cheap EVs. In 2014, Tesla began outfitting its vehicles with hardware for a driver assistance system, later called Autopilot. Within a year, it released the software. That's also when Musk said Tesla vehicles would drive themselves within 2 years. Master Plan Part 2 was released 2 years later. It included an entire section on self-driving cars. The plan said, among other things, that owners would be able to make money renting out their Teslas as rideshare vehicles. The New Yorker asked, will the Tesla Model 3 be the first truly self-driving car?
Since 2015, he said that every year, next year. We're now in 2025, and there's not one car on the road from Elon Musk that can do that.
Rollouts of autopilot and full self-driving features have repeatedly hit delays.
My car drives itself.
Even then, the cars aren't truly self-driving. The two systems require a driver to be able to take over at a moment's notice.
But I thought that was because of regulation.
Software have landed it in many lawsuits and federal investigations. Neither the DOJ nor Tesla responded to CNBC's requests for comment or an interview. While Musk was promising fully autonomous rentable Teslas, the company was transforming itself into a high-volume electric car maker. Production of the Tesla Model 3, a lower-priced sedan, began in July 2017. A lot of that has paid off. Sales grew 60-fold over a 10-year period.
Killed it.
By 2023, the Model Y crossover became the world's best-selling vehicle.
So how are we doing on popularity? Well, we actually literally make
Winning.
the best-selling car on Earth of any kind. So that's and it's for 2 years in a row.
Tesla shares soared too, although it's been volatile. During Tesla's AI Day investor event, Musk announced that the company would be making a robot. It was a natural move, in Musk's words.
Tesla is arguably the world's biggest robotics company because our cars are like semi-sentient robots on wheels.
Tesla showed off a prototype in 2022. Master Plan 3 focused entirely on sustainable energy.
Master Plan Part 3 is a very long master plan because it's basically making all energy on Earth sustainable.
But since this, more and more attention has focused on robots and autonomous cars. The company released a demo video of Optimus sorting objects. At its We Robot event in late 2024, the company unveiled the Cybercab, a two-passenger fully autonomous car planned for production in 2026, the RoboVan, a much bigger vehicle, and a dancing robot. Wall Street was underwhelmed, and shares dropped 9% on the day.
We expect to be in production with the Cybercab that probably, well, I tend to be a little optimistic with timeframes. But in 2026.
Just days later, the company abandoned its plan to make a low-cost EV, calling it pointless for human drivers. And since, Musk has doubled down on his shift.
I've kind of described Master Plan 4 essentially, which is like autonomous cars, autonomous humanoid robots. You combine that with like solar and battery storage, and I think the future is going to be incredible.
Now this year he actually has to deliver FSD, and let me be the first to tell you, he's not going to deliver.
If you go back to the history of Musk and Tesla, there's been many times no way they can do it, impossible. I'm not saying it is going to be hard to get there, but I truly believe years from now, autonomous will define Tesla.
Tesla is supposed to launch unsupervised full self-driving as a paid service in June 2025.
The technology does not work.
That ain't
It uses
happening.
camera only. Every other car that is driverless on the road right now uses LiDAR and radar. Tesla does not. It just fundamentally doesn't work.
After spending a lot of time watching Waymo and being in Waymos, I've decided
Waymo
that
is amazing.
the hardware is insufficient on a current Tesla.
Musk has acknowledged some of the challenges.
The honest
I'm not gonna lie. If you've ever been in a Waymo, it's crazy. Like when I was in Phoenix, that thing drives itself for sure, and it drives itself well, and like gets in small, tiny parking lots and does its thing with nobody behind the wheel. I'm not sure a Tesla can do that. I love my Tesla full self-drive, but I do feel more comfortable being behind that wheel.
is that we're going to have to upgrade people's hardware 3 computer for those that have bought full self-driving, and that is the honest answer. And that's going to be painful and difficult, but we'll get it done.
But Musk says that LiDAR, a technology that uses lasers to measure distances and construct pictures of an environment, still isn't necessary or even good for autonomous vehicles.
If anybody could do it, given the massive amounts of data that Tesla has to feed into these AI models, and the progress they've made, and every iteration that
just add it, bro. Add the LiDAR.
With FSD at Tesla, it's better and better and better. So there are definitely some people out there who say it's never going to work without LiDAR. We think it will.
I believe they can get there without LiDAR. I mean, again, I'm not saying to get to the last mile, you might not need some LiDAR, but I think the biggest thing going for Tesla is the miles driven, the data that's unprecedented.
Even if the hardware works, bearish analysts say Tesla is behind competitors. Google's self-driving arm, Waymo, does 200,000 rides a week in 4 cities, with more on the way.
What he's about to deliver is basically the same thing that Waymo offered 10 years ago.
So bearish investors basically think 2 things. 1, Tesla cars are not equipped with the tech needed to achieve full self-driving. 2, competitors like Waymo are ahead, way ahead. Bulls say otherwise.
Tesla's going to be able to produce Cybercabs $30,000, $35,000. Waymos are $240,000 cars. You can't scale them, and they're only in 4 cities. When you look at Cybercabs, the fleet concept.
$240,000 cars.
$35,000. Waymos are $240,000 cars. You can't scale them, and they're only in 4 cities. When you look at Cybercab in terms of the fleet concept, producing it at mass, in that concept, their profit, it's a phenomenal business model.
Michael Dunn has studied China's EV revolution closely and says the move to robotics may be the US's only chance to compete.
If we go all in on electrics today, we cannot compete with China. And I think the current administration has made it clear that electrics are not a priority, that we'll bide our time, and the hope is that American companies will innovate and be able to capture that next wave of what a vehicle of the future looks like in order to compete with the Chinese. For example, autonomy, Waymos and Teslas and NVIDIA's powering really amazing vehicles of the future, moving away from EVs to AVs and robotics.
But even if Tesla gets the tech right, skeptics say the business case isn't there. If one of these companies, much less 4 or 5, figure out how to make fully autonomous robo-taxis at scale, they could pack the streets of every city with them.
There's no limit to how many robo-taxis Google can make because they don't need humans. So they can just like keep making more and more and more of these things. And so what happens is that as this is deployed in mass scale, pricing comes down and the scale players will be profitable, but it'll be like Amazon where you have a small profit margin and you have to have large scale.
There's also more to running a rideshare business than just driving the car.
You replace the cheapest part of the system, which is a minimum wage driver, by a very, very expensive technology. And you need to hire many people around it to replace the driver, because the driver was also the guy who cleaned the car, also doing safety.
Then there's valuations.
There's no estimates for these growth verticals that they're going to go into. And you need to have more estimates for how much robotaxi revenue they're going to generate. And those estimates don't even exist. So what are we comparing it to? There's no benchmark or ruler out there that we can say, I could say, oh, well, consensus thinks they'll do 50 million in robotaxi revenue in 2029. I think they'll do 75 million, so I think that this stock is a buy. There's literally no estimates.
So, 3 hurdles to clear. Tesla needs autonomous tech. They need to be at least as good as Waymo or anyone else. They have to make money in what could be an extremely low margin business, if it's a business worth doing in the first place. Then there are the robots.
So this year we hopefully will be able to make about 5,000 Optimus robots. We're technically
I'm gonna buy one.
We're aiming for enough parts to make 10,000, maybe 12,000.
So the idea that we're going to have some robot that's super useful that can do all these things for us anytime soon is a fantasy. It's just a sci-fi fantasy. When basic things like the Roomba are still struggling to like wash our floors, and then the longer term business of building robots is a highly competitive business with no real market yet. So selling consumer robots to me is like a pie in the sky bet. I'm an activist investor, and I still think Tesla has the best products and services.
But those products and services, he says, are the EVs, energy storage devices like power walls, even the solar roofs, which Musk once gave as much attention to as the products he is touting today.
Tesla is losing market share big part because they are not pursuing the lower cost model. Absolutely a strategic mistake, and maybe it's not the US.
He's R&D
market, it's the
focused. He's
global
not
market
profit
that
focused.
Really ask for this car.
Ford and GM can't compete at all with these Chinese companies at all. The only real competitor to the Chinese companies is Tesla, but they haven't been able to introduce a lower price point car, and they're losing that share of the market.
BYD's crazy.
The Chinese.
Musk's public reputation is deteriorating, and the backlash against him is hurting Tesla.
I can't walk past a TV without seeing a Tesla on fire. And like, what's going on? You know, some people, it's like, listen, I understand if you don't want to buy our product, but you don't have to burn it down. That's a bit unreasonable, you know. Like, like this is psycho. Stop being psycho.
The bad news for him is he's only got one way for him to go now, which is down. So this honeymoon of, I don't know, what was it, a month? You know, it's over. And if the board of directors actually did what was best for Tesla and had a real CEO and refocused its image on what it really does well, which is make EVs and batteries and charging, and, you know, really did that business, it's an incredibly important company for the future.
The challenge with simply returning to EVs is that if Tesla is merely an automaker, its share price may be way too high.
Tesla's a very expensive auto OEM compared to the growth you're getting, compared to the margins you're getting. And I think they benefited from a unique moment in time when people had a lot of discretionary income. Oil was more expensive because the Russia-Ukraine war was starting, and they sold a lot of EVs at very high margins.
It trades over 105 times earnings, which is not only expensive to the overall market, but that's even more expensive than its own historical average. So I think for all those reasons, whether I find another place to add my money or I wait for a better entry point, I would not jump in with 2 feet at Tesla right now.
If you're buying Tesla because they sell EVs to you and to the public, the stock's overvalued, we think, right? If you're buying it because there's a very large growth opportunity in their energy storage and generation business, and there's a very large growth opportunity in Optimus and FSD and robotaxi, then the stock really can work.
This stock has a maniacal retail investor base. You know, it's basically, it's a cult, right? And so how do you deprogram a cult? Or what causes that to happen? I don't know. But it's a cult that's made a lot. It's a cult that's made a lot of money, which is even harder to think about when it ends.
What I'm saying is, hang on to your stock. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That was kind of a nothing burger to me. Kind of a nothing burger. I love Tesla. I still think it's an amazing company. I mean, what if he's R&D focused right now, and people had issues with him being R&D focused from the beginning, from the autonomous to the cyber truck to the semi trucks. Everything's an issue, and the guy's proven time and time again he can get it done. You know, it might take longer than he says, but he gets it done. So, you know, what are your thoughts on Tesla? Is it are you guys buying? Do you guys think it'll be the leader in autonomous vehicles? Is it a tech company? Is it a car company? It's a tech company to me, but you know, you guys might have different opinions. I will say though, Waymo is owned by Google, and you know, all of these companies are great. They're great for the country. And as long as you're investing in an index, right, in S&P or QQQ, you're invested in those companies. So, but to have the robo-taxi, fully autonomous vehicles by the end of 2025, it's gonna be tough. Now, why would you release the robo-taxi if you don't have conviction in it? They literally built the car just for autonomous driving. So yeah, all right, I guess that's it for me today. That Kid Zay, man, I just couldn't do it, bro. That's just not my type of content, man. I couldn't do it. It was hurting my brain the whole time watching it, man. And I was trying to find some good parts and stuff, and it's just like I can't imagine watching that show more than once. I just can't imagine it. I'd rather do something better with my time. But I understand it's entertaining. A lot of people like it. They just don't add no value to my life. So it is what it is. Yo, guys, that's it for me. Y'all have a good night. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Tulum. So you guys won't be seeing me live stream for the next few days. But I will see y'all next week. Have a good one, y'all.